Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. What's going on, man? Crusader Nation, we are back in this thing for another Wednesday, man. I know y'all a little, agitated with us for no pod this week, but we couldn't let Wednesday pass, man, without at least trying to make it up to y'all, man. But we're gonna be back next Tuesday, brand new pod. You already know what time it is. But tonight, we have a hell of a lineup. We got a hell of a show. And before we go any further, I want to introduce these amazing guests. First and foremost, we have Miss Taylor.com in the building with us. We have Miss Queen Sheba in the building with us. Miss B. Taylor in the building with us. Saida is in the building with us. Ricky Williams is in the building with us. We have the Mr. Logic in the building with us. And last but not least, man, you already know OT, man. So, again, this is cool season, man. It's going to be one of them ones. Before we get started, like we always do, mental health check, man. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's mental state?
Good.
Thank you. Good.
Lovely, lovely.
All right, I love to hear, man. Last week was a last week was a hell of an episode, one for the book. So I expect this one to be pretty much the same. Crusaders, y'all know what time it is. If y'all have not liked the stream, make sure that y'all do that. Salute to the Mars in the building. Anime, I see you. JC, I see you in the building. Who else we got? Miss Lucky Marie is in the building, of course. Kelly Combos, I see you in the building. My boy Rodney Dunn in the building, man. Salute to the Mars, man, patrolling and making sure, everything stays respectful. The conversation stays constructive, things of that nature, man. Let me see leaves in the chat right now. If y'all ain't putting leaves in the chat already, y'all know what time it's about to be. But we already at the 100 likes. Shit, y'all done been on that, man. I want to salute y'all the past couple weeks, man. I damn near ain't even had to ask for it. But since we there, icebreaker, man, let's dive right into this thing. We're gonna talk about boundaries today. It was a clip that I seen hit the timeline and hit my DMs about 100 times. Um, and I thought it would be a nice one to break down. But before we get into it, I want to ask a couple preliminary questions in terms of boundaries, right? Like we always do. We're gonna establish the foundation. So first things first. Do y'all feel like in this dating era we in today, people take having boundaries serious enough? And to get this thing started, we're gonna go with Miss B Taylor right out the gate.
As always, let's
As
go.
always, man.
Oh, okay. This day and age, no. I don't think we have enough boundaries this day and age. I think we want to have boundaries, but we don't.
Ricky,
Good.
what you think about it, bro?
I mean, it don't matter what somebody else think they my boundaries. I don't give a fuck if you think I got them or not. I got them.
I feel it. Miss Kayla, you talking about boundaries. Like what do you feel like people take it serious enough in this era in the dating game?
I do not think people take boundaries serious in the dating game today. Not even a little bit. Mm-mm.
Mm. Okay. Mr. Logic. Boundaries, man. Do you think these chicks have or these dudes even have boundaries today? Or are we just talking to talk?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what B Teller said, but she drinking that natty ice, so I don't know. But I think boundaries exist and dudes is actually keeping their boundaries. But that's why these relationships is actually where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? If our relationship was successful, then you know what I'm saying, you can say dudes and have no boundaries, they can let shit go with all this ratchet shit. But if what you look, you know what I'm saying, half of these hoes single. You know what I'm saying? Then the rest half of them single, 25% of them married, and then 25% of them is actually for the street. So guess what? Dudes got boundaries. They holding their boundaries strong.
Mm. Miss Queen, we talking about boundaries. Do we take it serious enough today? Hold on. You're on mute. I think.
You're absolutely right.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think people take boundaries serious if you enforce them. So it just depends on the writer and the author. But for the most part, I would say, yeah, they do.
Mm. Oh, boundaries in this era. Are there any? Or are we just talking to talk, man?
Yep, it's serious. If they not interested in you, that's when it's serious. That's when they have the boundaries. If they failing you any type of way, ain't no boundaries. What boundaries? So that's how I feel about it.
Miss Saida. boundaries in this dating game? Do you feel like they exist or not?
They might exist, but they're not taking it seriously. I agree with a few of them here. I think they don't even know what a boundary is. And if they have it, they don't respect it.
Okay. So the general consensus to me is that boundaries are not taken serious enough. I would agree. I think I speak on this often in terms of women having two sets of rules. But men have two sets of rules too. but that's not my place to speak on that. We're gonna talk about women today.
No, speak on that, brother.
Yeah.
We're gonna speak on that. We're gonna talk about women today.
Definitely speak on that. Let us know.
Later
something.
today, man. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon, man. We might, get that other side away. But right now, I got to ride for the fellas. So yeah, no. Well, boundaries are not taken serious enough, and men who have been the exception know that, because the same shit that you'll be requiring from one man, this man is getting all those benefits from you without doing. And that's just how it is. And it's always an exception. That's just how this shit goes. So are people taking boundaries serious enough? I would say hell no. But going forward, and this is going to be open. This is going to be free flow. I like to just get everybody speaking at first, but we're going to get into this free flow. What are some healthy boundaries that need to be set, since they don't take them serious enough in this dating game? What are some healthy boundaries? If you could just think of one, just right off the top of your head.
Respect.
Can I say something before that?
Mhm.
Can I say that? To me, I would say that first we have to understand what a boundary is, and then understand that boundaries are personal, which I go with what Ricky said, that those are his boundaries. And boundaries for a woman are not the same as boundaries for a man. And my boundaries are totally different than B. Taylor, that Kayla, and Queen. So each of us have boundaries, but what I think is we have to, what it says, practice what we preach, right? If we say, okay, this is what I want, then stick with it, not just when it's convenient. Before you guys answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
Valid. So in terms of establishing these boundaries, like what are some healthy boundaries that need to be set when you date?
I think a really healthy boundary should be around communication. Like, I should be able to go to sleep and wake up and you be okay. I was asleep. Okay. We got to have some boundaries in communication. Like, I get it. Everybody's glued to their phone, but like people have jobs, people work, people do things. So I think there needs to be more boundaries when it comes to like communication, and people respecting other people's boundaries for space doesn't directly have anything to do with like how I feel about you if I'm being consistent. You know what I mean? So communication, I think there are communication boundaries that need to be pushed more, for sure.
I agree. Yeah, everybody not at once. I'll dive out there. I'll say effort boundaries. Need to be some effort boundaries. A lot of motherfuckers get into dating situations and feel like just because I like this person so much, right, I'm gonna go above and beyond. I'm gonna jump over hurdles. I'm gonna hit them up every day. I'm buying flowers every week, doing all this shit, and you ain't getting nowhere near the same effort in return. There needs to be a boundary set. There needs to be a cap. There needs to be a ceiling in terms of the effort that you giving. If you ain't getting the same type of shit in return, so that would be mine.
I don't know why I gotta be the bad guy all the time, but fuck it.
It's in your blood.
I say the biggest boundary I say is the shut the fuck up boundary and stop. Because that shit is like kryptonite to black women. Shut the fuck up and stop. Like, it's like they hear shut the fuck up and they just mean, in their mind, they say, oh, I'm gonna talk more. Or to stop means go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, I don't know. I think I can heal a lot of relationships if I can get black women to understand the shut the fuck up and the stop boundary. I don't think they understand.
I mean, to me, I think a boundary that everyone should set is this is not a one-way street, right? And this kind of leads into everything y'all said, right? Like Kayla said, communication. This shit is two ways, not one way. You know what I mean? Like what Mr. Logic said, shut the fuck up, right? When you talking and you got something to say, I take it in and I process it. Shut the fuck up, listen, take it in and process it. You know what I'm saying? Same with what Trill said. Yeah, I'm out here making effort. Why the fuck you ain't making effort? You know what I'm saying? I don't see how people do one-way relationships. That shit is crazy to me. That shit is insane. I think that's the first thing. Like, if I'm in this with you, I'm letting you know I'm in this with you, and I need some kickback. Otherwise, you out the door. It ain't nothing to talk about.
I would
If you-
say
if
it's
you
hard
got-
to.
Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's hard to tap into like what is one specific boundary, but respect, because they'll go into like loyalty, how you talk to me, respect, and how we communicate with each other. Like I hear men saying like shut the fuck up. Like that's not gonna be reciprocated well to a woman. There's a way to tell me that I'm doing too much. Like I think women, when we talk too much, it's because we feel like we're not being heard. And when you're being dismissive, it's disrespectful. So when you get quiet and you shut down and not say nothing, or you dismiss me or cut me off and saying, I heard you, but I'm not done telling you how I feel about something that you're doing that I find disrespectful, then that's going to be a problem. So to get us to be quiet is to say, you know what, babe, I hear you. And I'm just give me time to take that in, what you just said. We want, okay, all right, cool. And long as you have action behind it, because a woman's not going to keep nagging you about something unless you change that behavior. So if she keeps talking, it's because you're not doing.
Ma'am, look, it don't start with shut the fuck up. And you know this. Like you playing these DJ Quick remix games, you know damn well it don't start with shut the fuck up. When it get to shut the fuck up, it pass everything else. And then a nigga walking away, and then you doing the B Teller thing. Now, just like you said, no, nigga, you gonna hear me. And he said, okay, look, shut the fuck up. Right? And at that point, when somebody says shut the fuck up, just chill, right? That means, just like you said, y'all push harder. Just like stop. You know what I'm saying? When the women tell a man stop, you know what he do? He stop.
No.
Okay.
Well, unless you got some graping ass niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's a lot out there that's like that.
Stop, they stop.
But you just said a perfect example. You just said that it's over time, right? So that means that that's over time of her saying the same thing over and over and over again, and you pushing her boundaries, and you're pushing her to the point where she's like, okay, you're not getting it because I said it before. Now let me over explain because you're not getting it. That's why women be feeling like men are stupid at times, because we'll say one thing and y'all not listening or y'all don't do it. So we feel like we need to over explain it and give you details of what we're saying we want you to do. And then y'all tell us to shut up. That's being dismissive, and we feel like you're already not listening to us.
Do you understand that it's another way of just saying, hey, look, stop. Now is not the time. Right? But you know what I'm saying? You it can be whatever heated. And if you keep pushing that bar when somebody's saying stop, like I didn't see this shit like in so many different incidents. You know what I'm saying? I was like DC like 2 weeks ago, and I'm hearing this man say stop. And I was like, and he was really looking like a goddamn female. He was begging her to stop. And the more he said stop, the more she pushed.
How come he just didn't walk away?
He trying to walk away. You can't walk away from a terrorist.
So the way I see it, Mr. Logic, is that for this to get to the point where you're explaining to say shut the fuck up, you literally have no boundaries because you allow it to get to this point. There was no boundaries set earlier, because I don't see you telling a woman this within 2 months. And one of my boundaries will be, I don't allow a man to talk to me like that. Not even my dad will talk to me like that. And that's my boundary. That's the standard right there. So like if someone allowed it to get to this point, is because there were no boundaries from both parties. She didn't give you the boundary that you're not supposed to talk to her like that, and you have no boundaries that she shouldn't trespass the line to nag and give you this much. There's communication issues.
I like how UNB Teller took a single incident and just spanned it out to like 2 months, a long time. No, I'm saying a single incident. Guy said stop. And then UNB Teller strategically, y'all can't do
I wasn't even talking about that incident.
What?
I'll jump in. When we talk for boundaries, I would probably say I wish women would honor themselves a little bit more, setting those kind of boundaries with their bodies. Like, I don't care what you're putting out as a man, what you talking about, what you giving. This is, I make the choice with my body. It's not a business exchange for a dinner. There's not an exchange because I need something from you or you're doing something nice for me. So as far as boundaries, I wish women would honor themselves more, protect themselves more, and really recognize who they are and whose they are.
Hey, but shout out
Yep.
to B Taylor for, you know, saying that she don't respect boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the way you explained that. Just,
Mhm.
That's not, no, I don't respect boundaries. What about my boundaries not being respected? So we both just not going to be up in here respecting each other if that's the case.
But you know what? At least you're willing to like be Taylor. At least
See, AK-47.
so be Taylor. What I was saying, at least you're willing to like talk it out.
Yeah.
Cause I'm like the shutdown type. So at least you're willing to talk it out. Because you tell me to shut the fuck up, no problem.
I'm gonna tell you.
Don't come trying to talk to me though.
Yeah.
Don't come trying to talk to me. You told me to shut the fuck up. Don't come trying to talk to me, baby. No.
How much time you need? How much
So
time
at
you
least
need?
you're willing to like try to talk it out with them, because for me, when I feel like I'm disrespected, I don't know what to do. Like I don't got a medium, so I'm just like, let me get the fuck out of here before I turn it up. Like I don't know how to like, you know. So I just be out of there. But at least you're willing to try to like work it out. I think that's
just
important.
tell me. We'll talk about this another time. Like if it's not a good time, when is it gonna be a good time for me to feel safe to open up to you and tell you what's really on my mind, so I won't be building it up and boiling inside, and then when I explode on your ass, then I'm the bad guy. I'm a sniper. I'm a terrorist because I've been holding everything in, and then when I start going off, I'm looking crazy.
why are you holding everything in? Then
Is that because you're not giving me space?
No,
you're not
no,
giving me
no,
space
no,
to
no.
Communicate.
No. Hold on. This was one situation. Ain't that what the conversation just was? It's one situation, correct?
Mhm.
Stop doing that shit.
You try to spin it into a month.
Wait, what?
Tell her.
Yeah, I don't think I'm following.
Tell her it.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that either.
okay.
About so the way
we're having a discussion. You going off. The woman is going off. I'm telling you to stop. You still going though, because you're trying to get your point across. I tell you to stop. You still going. I'm walking away. You still going. I say stop. You still going. It's getting a little louder because now you feel I'm not listening to you, but all I'm saying is stop. So then I say, shut the fuck up. Now it's
why you not just listen?
Okay.
What's so wrong with listening?
It's me.
What's so
But I'm
wrong
saying
with
it's-
listening? Why can't you just listen?
What's wrong with just stopping and chilling
What's
for a
wrong
second?
with just listening?
I see that it's getting heated. So if I just say stop, maybe we just both need a quick second. But you keep going.
But it
So
takes.
I say stop again as respect. You keep going. Say stop again. You keep
I think
going. So then what am I supposed to say? You know, because things are getting heated and I'm holding my composure. Just like you getting ready to explode, I just exploded and said, shut the fuck up. So now we both.
Somebody has to stop, even though like somebody's verbally saying stop. Somebody has to go completely silent.
Apparently, the man is going completely silent if he's walking away and says stop.
Don't you think? But this is my
definitely go
point,
silent.
and I'm sorry.
Wait, hold on. Queen Sheba, do you not understand that?
No, I understand that, but I'm telling you to be effective. You can tell you can say to a woman, "I'm not going to do this with you," and you don't have to say anything else.
That's how it happens,
My
man.
dad used to
He's
be
walking.
the king of silent treatments. I think that's where I got it.
What B Taylor said
Hey,
is
hold on, y'all. Hold on. They saying that sound choppy right quick. Everybody mute up real fast. Matter of fact, I'm about to pull all y'all down and then bring y'all back up, man. We're gonna see if this works. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. How it sound? Is it still messing up? Put a 1 in the chat if it's still messing up. Mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, it's good to go. Yeah. All right. All right, cool. I'm gonna try to bring everybody back up, man. We're gonna see if we can keep this thing going. Hold tight. 1 second. Let me know if it start doing it again. All right.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
y'all
yeah,
go ahead
yeah.
on, man. We're gonna see this thing. Go ahead, Logic. You was talking.
No, I was just saying to Queen Sheba is they're literally doing exactly what you said. They're trying to disengage. And let's be honest. You know you've seen this. We'll never get nowhere if we can't be honest.
Okay. You want me to be honest or you want me to say the right thing?
No, I want you to be honest that you don't see men trying to disengage from the conversation. And
I do see men try to disengage, but a king will speak to you once and let you know. And if you like, I'm going to go back to what Trill said. It was on the show. I heard him say I don't know if you were talking about dating your wife, but you said,
Hold
and
on,
you
Queen,
gave an
hold on, Queen.
example.
Hold on, real quick. Everybody, mute up if y'all not talking, or if y'all got YouTube in the background. Make sure y'all either mute it or cut it off completely because they saying that it's chopping up. But yeah. So if you're not talking, just remember to mute it in between. Go ahead, Queen.
And you said you really didn't have a problem with the bucking of the system. So I come back to you, Logic. I've seen some men try, but when a man knows his true power, you can speak once and be done with it. And that's facts.
okay, so now the thing is, if we giving you saying you gave a solution, and we say we're gonna roll with that solution, right? We're gonna try to disengage. You're gonna say stop. No, now's not the time. So y'all acting like these things don't occur. These things occur. Stop. You know what? I don't want to go that way. Look, we chill. I see this a lot. Why I see men running. Like literally, I see them running from women. And then now you ask, and for the people who say they don't exist, that's exactly what B Taylor just told us she gonna do. No, nigga, you gonna talk to me. That's exactly what she said. No, I don't care how many times you said stop. I'm on this natty ice and this beatbox, and then I want you to talk to me. And the thing is what do a man supposed to do at that point?
You want me to really answer that, or you want me to be like nice?
No, I want you to be straight up.
At that point, the woman's leading you. Right? If you cannot say really like with a woman and she won't stop, she's leading you. So at that point, if I would tell a man, you need to question if that's the right woman for you. Because when a woman consistently challenges you.
If you turn around and smack the shit out of her ass, right? Then what you gonna call him now?
Weak.
See, niggas can't win.
Leave. What's wrong with leaving and saying, you know what? You're not my cup of tea, baby.
Why would you resort to physically touching somebody if she's not physically touching you? That was a horrible example.
I think you missed the point, man.
That is the point, because you have to be careful saying that, because there are men that will slap the shit out of a woman for getting out of line with him.
You missed the point.
That's not the point.
Listen. She just said when a man is running, right? Trying to get away from the situation. She said he's not a man.
That's not what I said. I said he's a man, he's not a king.
Well, ain't no niggas king. Show me a castle.
Oh goodness.
Can I say something? Then this was my point from earlier. If we got to this point, we're talking about boundaries. If we got to this point that you're discussing right now, there were no boundaries. The boundary will be, how do we handle conflict arguments or, fights, whatever you want to call it. How do we handle that? Okay, you know what? I am the type of person that when I need my space, the man could say, I need my space, so leave me alone if you feel like it's getting in a certain type of way. Well, I am the type of person that needs to talk. So how do we get to a balance? That's a boundary. There was no boundary if you got to that point.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
perfect
mean, I would
situation.
agree. I think
That
people just let
sounds
way
good.
too much slide in the beginning. If we gonna keep it G, just because I like you or just because we having a good time and shit like that. Like you'll be seeing certain shit, like you like say something to her and she may roll her eyes, completely disregard what you're saying or whatever. But y'all kind of joke it off or you just kind of let it slide at the beginning. I think that shit got to be checked early, especially like at this age. I think that's more of a young people mistake. But at this age, I think niggas coming in with they boundaries. Say, hey, look, man, this how I'm living. This my lifestyle is. This is what I can tolerate. Let me hear what you can tolerate. Okay, can we make this shit work? Cool, let's go forward. If not, then let's just keep it at the level it's at. But I think, Sayada's right in that regard. Like that got to be said from the door. Like disrespect and I don't want to say talking back because that sounds like a child parent relationship, but just like letting somebody finish their thought and actually listening to them and actually respecting what they got to say. Like it'd be a lot of times like either your girl will be talking and you'll be this motherfucker just sound like wah wah wah, yeah, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? We'll be trying to tell y'all something and y'all just tune us out, keep watching Housewives or all type of shit, or y'all disregard, look past everything we just said and get to the point that y'all trying to make, like not respecting what it is that we saying. So I think these type of things got to be established at the beginning. If you let the shit get in too far, you're gonna light a you're gonna ignite a grenade that you can't stop. So that's the top mistake people make. Before we go forward, man, let's pay some bills real quick, man. We got Booker Ronan in the building with the 10 piece. He's gonna be up later today. Salute to the Crusaders and never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin. That's a fact. It's a fact, man. Keep striving. Miss Lucky Marie is in the building with the 10 piece. No boundaries are a reflection of that person's standard. Every job has qualifications. Shout out to the crew. We appreciate you, Luck. Lucky, check your DMs. Dallas with the 5 piece. Say y'all sagging. Spell it spelling it backwards. Ain't put out a show yesterday. It's time. Ain't no time for no breaks. Just kidding. Shout out to the crew. Best podcast out there. We appreciate you, G. Like I said, man, we're gonna be back next Tuesday, man. We just had to just take a break to renovate the studio and do a little bit of R&D. But we will be dropping next Tuesday. Daryl Long in the building with the 10 piece. Salute to the panel. Always here to support, man. Shout out to bro, man. In the building, always showing love. We appreciate you, bro. Booker Roney with the 10 piece. Sadly, many women learn the exceedingly high cost of having the last word in order to prove points that rarely matter. Being emotionally constipated hurts everyone involved. I would agree 100% with that. And I think every man on this panel has dealt with that in one form or another. Gino Time with the 5 piece. Once you have to tell your girl to shut the F up, it's already too late. Set the dynamics up front or walk away. Exactly, which is echoing what I just said, man. So I agree. We're gonna keep the convo moving. I did have another question that's in the same vein as this. We asked for boundaries in the dating stage. This before y'all actually get into this situation. Now we're gonna get into boundaries once you're actually in the relationship. Because a lot of people don't feel like boundaries have to be set once we're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? There's no privacy in the relationship. There's, you know what I'm saying? Like just a bunch of shit like that. Like people feel like it should just be a just open book 100%. You know what I'm saying? You don't need no me time. Your me time is me time. It's our time. That type of shit. You think you get to dictate people's me time and shit like that. So when we're talking about boundaries within a relationship, what are some healthy ones that need to be set within the relationship?
Don't spend my time for me.
You don't have no more me time. You only have we time.
No, fuck all that. You don't spend my time for me.
We time.
No. I need my space. I need
I'm
my
just
space.
joking, really.
No, I know, sis. I'm just saying, like, I think that's a big problem in relationships, bro. Like, nah, you don't spend my time. Like, people think they can make plans for you just because y'all together and you they girl or you they dude or whatever. Nah, man, my time is my time. I choose to spend time with you. You can't make me do nothing. I got shit I gotta do too. You know what I'm saying? I think people really need to, hey, look, you know what I'm saying? I need this day. I need this hour. And like, it ain't about not want to spend time with you. It's just people got other shit to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and you got to give your mate some type of freedom to move. You know what I mean? That shit is suffocating, man. That shit will kill a relationship quicker than everything, bro.
I agree with Ricky because when I learned to create boundaries dating, I had that on point. I knew when to cut a dude off when he pushed my boundaries too far, because that was going to let me know how I was going to be in a relationship. But man, when I got in a relationship, I'm like, oh my God, I did not know. Like, it's for some reasons, like when you get in a relationship, all boundaries go out the door. So we suffocated each other because we were just always like this. And even like my sister, she was like, I'm warning you, like y'all spending way too much time with each other. Like it's moving way too fast. Like y'all gonna crash and burn. And we tried and we just couldn't stay away from each other. He couldn't stay away from me. I couldn't stay away from him. I'm like, no, we'll have our space. He's like, no, I want to be with you. And then it just moved way too quickly where like, oh, when one got mad, it was like, we mad because we was always together. So yeah, we suffocated each other to the point it blew up so bad. And people warned us, but it's like, we were just both addicted. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people, I'm pretty sure that happens to a lot of people.
But addictions are not good.
I can get that, but I don't know. I'm very Gemini, so I like to be together alone. Like I want you in the house, but I don't want you in here. You know what I mean? Like I want to be able to come and see what you're doing, but I'm about to go back to wherever I'm at in the house. So I believe in having like personal time, self time, friend time, like have a life outside of your spouse. Because when your life becomes them, it's very toxic. Like you don't even know, like you don't even use this language, sis. You don't say that. You don't say that. Like you do not say stuff like that. Like why are you saying stuff like that? Like, so you definitely have to have your own space. And like I would say, even like in the bed, I'm all for like cuddling, but when it's time to go to sleep, you need to go on your side of the bed. Like a leg on me will touch legs in the night, or an arm, or like one small body part, but I need space. So I'm all for the space. I'm all for the space. And then in the morning, when we come into realm, you feel yourself in realm, you feel yourself waking up. I'll just naturally move closer to you. And then, I don't know.
Oh, so now you can move closer.
No, my feet
I feel
always
on my
touch
face.
Even
you.
when I go to sleep, we could go to sleep on top of each other. And like, just as I'm going into a deep sleep, I'll just move away. Your body heat is very hot. Like you 100 degrees.
I'm hot.
You hot. And so
I know I'm hot.
My feet gotta touch you. I'm sorry. I gotta touch you.
my body
like,
will just
at
naturally
night.
move away from you. And then I'll just move close. I'm just all for space. People have your own space. That's all I'm saying.
I agree with everybody with the space and time. I'm a Scorpio. I need a lot of quiet time to rejuvenate, peel back the layers, blah, blah, blah. But if I could really keep it 100, money needs to be a boundary within relationships. I don't play about money. I don't care if we're married, if we're friends. My husband calls me the bill collector. If you borrow $5 from me, I'm coming for my $5. Like, I think we need to adopt healthy habits of respecting boundaries with money. And just because we are in a relationship or just because we are married does not mean you have free access. So.
Wait, whoa.
My God.
Wait a minute.
Let me take a
I
sip.
don't like the sound of that.
When you say when you say you don't have
Uh-oh.
free access, I need you to kind of elaborate on what said access is that you're speaking about.
Hold on, because we had to go to therapy behind this one.
Ah, shit. Here we go.
Oh, damn.
Here we go.
Okay.
I say this
Well.
though. All right.
All right.
What the hell I just listened to the last minute?
So go ahead, Logic.
I don't know the hell I just listened to last. I mean, I don't know. It sounded like Charlie Brown school teacher times 5. I think I learned more about horoscopes than anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what I took from the whole conversation. I just got Scorpios, Capricorns, Leos. You know what I'm saying? Look, y'all just saying a bunch of nothing, man. I don't know why I got to be the bad guy in this bitch. Y'all didn't say absolutely nothing. I'll
She
just
didn't
say
even
y'all
get to
just
finish
talk.
talking.
What?
She didn't even get to finish talking. Queen Sheba, can you?
She didn't finish.
She
No.
did not.
No. She wasn't done yet. She about to explain what she
Okay,
means
all
by
right, my bad. I thought she cut off her camera because you said she wasn't gonna say that. I apologize.
Oh, no. I was just being like what is it, theatrical. So Trill asked me about what do I mean by money. So my husband came home one day and was like, I'm gonna buy me a motorcycle, it's custom ordered, blah blah blah. Told me the price of the motorcycle. Seriously, like I was like, if you buy that motorcycle, and he put it on pre-order. I didn't even know you could do stuff like that. And when I learned the price of that motorcycle and he didn't come to me for quote unquote permission, we had to call a therapist for real.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Maybe I'm hearing this wrong.
Consult.
Permission.
Permission.
She
Yeah,
meant
come
to
in for
consult,
That's why I
right?
said quote unquote, right?
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
before
your money was
before
tied
I
into it?
learned, so we talked about the price. We got a mediator. And we talked about what would be an acceptable amount for him to spend that I would be comfortable with. No, finish, because that's why, talking is important. And the therapist asked, what would be a comfortable amount? Look how the therapist set me up, y'all. What would be a comfortable amount for him to spend each month without your quote unquote permission? I said $3,000. He looked at my husband and said, how much is the motorcycle? My husband told him, he said, save that for 10 months and go buy your motorcycle. And he got it. And that's when I learned what a healthy compromise looked like in a marriage with money and blah, blah, blah. So, but I still had boundaries, right? Because otherwise he would have took a big chunk of money and did whatever the hell he wanted to do. You know, when we think about investing for a future, retirement, traveling, blah, blah, blah. So
Is
that a compromise? He just fell to your knees.
Now that's a compromise, because that's the number one thing that breakdown in marriage is like people have different views on how, especially when it comes to money, how the money should be spent. And it's usually because one person wants to spend and one person doesn't. That is literally why the breakdown happens, or that's what the statistics
you
say.
can't
But
just
my
take
question-
$30,000 and go buy a motorcycle because you want to in cash.
Right.
Like
But
that,
my
that's a
question is-
conversation.
Was some
Yeah, I mean,
of
that's a
your
conversation.
money
Yeah,
tied
sure.
into that, or was it all his?
It's ours, but it's his. But I have my own too. But
It's
we're
out- if
married.
You're married. All
We're
the money.
married.
Hold on.
If y'all
Hold on.
married,
Just-
is
I'm
it
just-
all of the our money?
Hold on. I'm just trying to make sure I understand correctly. That's why I wanted to ask the question. Was that solely his 30K, or was that y'all's 30K?
They're married.
They're married, so it's
They're
their
married.
30K.
It's theirs.
how
So
can-
it's coming out of their home. They have a home together.
Okay. So if it's so you can't at the same time say it's our money, then it's my money, and then it's his money. Then if it's a pot, it's a pot. If it's not, it's not. Let's clarify.
Mm.
Say it again.
If it's a pot, it's a pot. If it's not, it's not.
We have several pots.
I mean, your money is our money and my money is my money.
But I think what you're missing is not just that's my pot. It's conversation of mutual respect. That's all I'm trying to say. A yielding to each other, right? That's it.
For sure.
Why are the men so angry about checking in
motorcycle?
with
First
their-
off,
checking in with
No.
their wife?
angry.
About-
They're
Nobody's angry. We're not about to
nobody's
get.
angry.
No, we're not-
No,
we're
I
not
think-
angry.
Nobody's
I think-
angry.
Because
I think the triggering part is the
It was-
word permission. But she put it quote unquote. She said permission, but it's
Yeah.
more like a discussion that
But
they
if
need
it's
to have.
my
which I
30K,
understand.
if it's
It will
my
be the
30K and all the bills are taken care of, we don't have nothing else to worry about. Why should I have to come to you about my 30K that never touches your pocket? You never see it or anything. Why should I have to come to you about my purchase, about something that I want?
Because they're
Wouldn't be
married.
I'm just
same if
asking.
she
I'm just
goes.
asking.
Just because you
Just
have the
saying.
30K, is that a smart decision? Like, what does your IUL look like? What does your 401k look like? What does your IRA look like? Like, if you don't have at least 30K in those, why would you take 30K cash to buy a motorcycle?
I mean,
I would be like,
it seems
sir,
like he had it.
you're
If you
supposed to be
wanna
the
pay it
leader
for
of this
cash.
house, and you don't want to sit down and discuss this and go through the numbers, especially if your retirement is in the market. That shit fluctuates every day. I lost $1,000 last month. So I think that is we should sit down and look at the numbers. Like,
Yeah.
But can we just really listen to what she said? She said his money is our money.
And my money is his.
Mama is-
Can I finish?
Mm-hmm.
She said his money is our money.
Mhm.
But then she said pots. He said our pots is his money. And then I have my own pot, right? You know what? And I'm gonna take this to Trill. Question: the batteries is everything that these ladies said. everything that they said so far, they my boundaries. Cause it makes no sense. It's selfish. They think of self. That's why on the top of the terrorist woman tier list, women put themselves first. Like I said, and then next they got the AK-47. And I don't know how men that pick up these things that they say and they'll smile. Look at her. She just smiling so pretty.
No, because somebody said
AK-47.
somebody in the chat said I'm hiding money, and that's not true.
Wouldn't be the same. Wouldn't be the same if a woman just decides to go and blow the money out, like buy a dress, which is not gonna be, like that. Something that a woman will want that is, like overspending every month on things for her, not thinking about, if it's his money or whatever.
If it
Because,
puts
like,
only if
Her
it puts
husband,
us in a
she's
bind.
protected with her husband.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because your reality is not everybody else's reality. We're thinking about remove yourself from the equation and think about people that it's really like they actually working in a household and he's supporting the house, he's the provider. So how he will feel if she just goes and blows the money away.
If
That's
she
what I'm
has
saying.
everything taken care of, I honestly think most men would not care. As long as you have the money, if you do split bills, whatever, if that's what you're doing, as long as your portion is taken care of, it's your money. So why would I tell you what to do with your money? Now, don't come to me 2 months from now asking for $3,000-$4,000 after you didn't blew that 30 or whatever it is, because then now we're gonna have a conversation. But if you feel in that moment that's the best interest for you, hey,
Let's prevent that
Do your
moment
thing.
from happening
So
by
is this-
discussing finances that's leaving this household. That's what she's doing. She's protecting the household
but
by
everything else
having
is taken care
discussions
of.
with her marriage. See, we have this single mindset, and we're trying to talk about how marriages work. Like when
I
you're
feel what you're
married,
saying.
your money is one.
Yeah.
And so a wife should not be going out buying a 30K Birkin without talking to her husband about it. I'm pretty sure if Trill's wife was to go out and spend $30,000 on something, he's gonna be like, "Dang, you couldn't let me know. We couldn't
That's
talk
it.
about this or something." Like, just that's your household, that's your money. Like, and then women, and I'll say this: women like to say, like what Kayla said earlier, is like his money is our money and my money is mine. No, when you're married, it's all of y'all's money. It goes to one household and it benefits the household. So therefore, anything that leave out of here, that big of amount, that needs to be discussed. It shouldn't be discussed later down, because somebody could be so passionate, like, oh, I just really want this bag, but they're not thinking. That's what your partner is there for, to level you out sometimes.
But see,
And-
my only issue would be this, right? Is that because we speak all the time about, oh, my man is the leader. My man is the leader of this household, right? So as a man, right, man, generally, don't make irrational decisions like that, right? So if I'm feeling like I can go spend this 30K on a motorcycle, I got a plan in mind. I got something that's, what I'm saying? I got a lick coming behind that's going to give me that money right back, or that's going to, what I'm saying? We're going to get that money back in a quick fashion. I'm not just going out here and about to, risk us being on the street to go spend this 30. So I think so just real quick, you got to trust that man's leadership, right? We speak about that all the time. When you married to him and you took vows to follow this man's leadership. That's what those vows said. Now I'm not, against having a discussion for things, right? But in terms of it being a hard no of how to spend my money, especially if we have, we got a joint account, you got your money, I got my money. How I spend my money is my business in that type of scenario. But again, even aside from that, right? I'm not gonna make irrational decisions, right? Because at the end of the day, as a man,
Right.
I'm accounting for you and me, even with your money, even with your own personal money. I'm still making sure that we sticking to what our goals are as far as saving, or our goals are as far as investing, shit like that. So a lot of times, what men will do is we'll slow down on spending our own personal money because we know that your ass gonna go overboard a little bit here and there, and we just gotta account for that. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all make irrational, emotional decisions, right? But as a man, if I done made my mind up to say, you know what, I'm about to go spend 30K on this bike, more times than not, I got a lick coming right behind it that's gonna give me that money back. Trust my leadership, man. That's my only issue with it.
I think good leadership also is a good communicator. And I used the wrong word. I said permission, because let's just be honest. Just because you married don't mean you know everything. So the point of me going to therapy was to talk with an expert, and I was open to learning. And I used the word permission, but what I learned is I just needed a heads up. My husband didn't owe me asking for my permission. He just needed to communicate and give me a heads up. So I walked away feeling better. We met in the middle. He got his motorcycle, and the communication is better.
No, that's not communicating. That's negotiation. He negotiated with you. So the thing is, and for you to say communication is the key, you don't want to use permission. You fail to communicate properly.
I said that. That's why I said that.
I had to finish shoving a knife in it, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm a Scorpio. I can take it.
Well, let's talk about what really happens in relationships, ladies and gentlemen. Since everybody look, Queen Sheba, this ain't even about you, because you've already explained to me when you first jumped at that you're a very frugal woman. That's one of the first things you said, right? So cool. But let's talk about what really happened. This man in a relationship working every day, right? What y'all get? A pair of socks, pick up some jeans, right? A pair of shoes every now and again. But what y'all ladies do, right? Y'all nickel and dime it to death. Fucking Fashion Nova, right? Shine,
Amazon Prime,
Ross.
Delivery man know your last name. How you doing, Miss Blah blah blah? Amazon at your house every day. Y'all spend $30,
$50, $80.
Y'all spend $1,000, $100 at a time. $30,000, $100 at a time.
DoorDash,
right? And
You can't leave the house without spending $100.
That's not
Talk about it, Rick. Talk about it, Rick.
the point. That's not the point. The point is, like I said, again, a man usually doesn't ask for anything. The crazy part is, in most cases, maybe not you and nobody on this panel, as I always say, right? More than likely, a man don't get nothing. Y'all don't get him nothing for Father's Day. His more likely than not, his birthday is minimized. You know what I'm saying? So when that man want to go get a bike, let him get a bike, bro. Let him get a bike, bro. Let him get that car he been wanting, bro. Especially if he out here breaking his back for you and he don't get shit. And I'm really not cool with that word permission, Queen Sheba, but you corrected it, so it's all.
Yeah, yeah. But he also bought like something else and didn't tell me about it.
Good.
Shut up.
No,
Let's keep it
communicating.
Look,
Communicating is never good.
But I respect her for being honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter if it's painful to hear or not, I like honesty. The thing is what if he tell you to negotiate that new living room set and and he did the same thing you did, right? Okay, take the price and to go, you know what? Break it up over 10 months, right? Look, like I said, always flip it. If you think what you're doing is right, flip it on yourself and with something that you want. Because like I say it all the time. I was furniture shopping today looking for some shit on the set. And I went and the dude was in there and then goddamn shit was rented like about 12 bands. And then you know what? She got it. Man, they ain't said no, I ain't hear not one word. Oh, well, let's negotiate over the next 12 months. No, he said, go ahead, you got it, baby. And that's why I say you can't negotiate with terrorists. I'm telling you, man, y'all better listen to me because you just letting them talk and they prove me right. Mr. Logic, terrorist tier list is unfucking defeated.
Wait, so Logic, this person in the store that you knew, this was your friend?
No. I was shopping for myself, but
So they was a stranger.
Yeah, little
So
white
you don't know
dude.
their pockets.
Huh?
So you don't know their pockets. Just because 12K is a lot for you doesn't mean it was a lot for him to think about his price. So you can't say, she didn't ask him because she may have known that that's within her budget of what she's able to usually buy just because it's a lot for you. You don't know them people. How are you going to use a stranger as an example? You know what? You got it. That don't make no sense to me.
All right. See, can't negotiate with terrorists. That shit didn't make no sense.
Literally what you said made no sense. You used a stranger in the store about what, like, sir.
Damn. Charlie Brown, school teacher.
Sir, it's not that's not logical.
It actually is because men don't sit here and negotiate with women over shit if they want it, niggas.
If it was something that was outside of his price range or something that he needed to think about, he would have. Like, I've been out when my friend came in town and she wanted this Baccarat perfume, and we were out the night before and she wanted something. He was like, go ahead, get it. When it came to Baccarat perfume, he was like, hold on, how much is that? Like, if like, what are you talking about? So people have budgets. Like, you can't count other people's money to say what's too much and what's not enough. Like, use that as their example when they're strangers. That's all I'm saying. Is it wasn't.
No, you just wanted a way to go to the Empire State Building and jump off that bitch face first. Because literally,
now we're deflecting.
No value. You literally added no value to what you said.
You got it, Logic.
No, but
so it's logical.
Yes, I know. The point I was trying to make before you came in here, I'm trying to be Thursday night free. You know what I'm saying? The point I made is that guess what?
Logical conversation.
Men don't care. Men is not. If any man on this panel, fuck it, take it off that strange ass white nigga. Any man on this panel, that woman asked them for something that they said, hey, let's negotiate it. Matter of fact, let's talk to somebody and break it up over 10 months plans. Like,
yes, that's definitely
you don't know no
done.
better.
That's definitely been done to me. You say that's not in the budget. Like,
that
you're gonna have to give up some happy hours, or
And they be the same ones begging for a GoFundMe when Pookie and Ray Ray get into a car accident.
That's
because they don't.
Y'all should
they
have.
should have life insurance. I'm not.
They don't.
To your
But
I'm
it
not
should be-
contributing to your.
It should be
sorry,
big
like,
purchases
what?
that's together.
Yeah, big
Okay, so
purchase. I'm
smooth.
talking something that costs some bands.
So she
Bands.
said it was 30K. Her husband pre-ordered a bike, was getting ready to buy a bike for 30K, and he didn't come to her about it first. How you feel about that?
What'd you say?
I said Queen Sheba said her husband pre-ordered a bike before coming to her. 30K of his money. He was about to pay for it cash. And
That's his money. Do what you want to do. Long as it don't affect the bills, I don't give a fuck what
That's
you do
what
with
I'm
your
saying.
bread.
It's not, and I
Told
hear,
you.
and I hear what y'all saying. It's not a discussion. I handle this business. When I want to get a new truck, I tell her, hey, I'm about to get a new truck. Right, but it ain't no discussion because I handle this shit. Like I said, you gotta trust me, bro. Like this leadership ain't conditional. You can't take it when you want it and then lead the other. Nah, this is me. If I gotta be responsible for the bills, I'm responsible for the bills. Take it and eat it. And if you don't like it, there's the door.
Yep. And the only way you can justify it if he made some fucked up purchases in the past. Like if you said that and I wanted to say it, but I ain't want to get in your business. But if he made fucked up purchases in the past, then what you said will actually make sense.
But
I
logic,
agree, 1000%.
Logic. That only applies if it was some fucked up purchases with her money. Now, if it's with his own money, hey,
But why do y'all talk like that as married men? Like it is not his or her. It's we.
Because you gotta realize.
You the one who said
I'm with you though, but the thing is that if he's fucking up bread, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it affects in the household. Like
of course.
He's buying a motorcycle and they behind on their mortgage.
Oh no, that's not the question.
So that's why I said that means if he made them fucked up decisions.
Mm.
But if he never made them fucked up decisions and he's been sound and consistent across the board, he can get whatever the fuck he want to.
Exactly.
And the thing is, you know why? Because a lot of times, more times than not, like men take so many L's to let y'all shine, bro. Just like Logic is saying, and what he's saying is 1,000% right. Let's take it from the 12,000. Let's take it to 2,000 or something reasonable, right? More times than not, like we could have a set boundary. We could have set standard. Okay, this is too much money to be spent, whatever the case may be. But if your girl is in your ear, we at this furniture shop. She really liked this couch. The limit is 2,000. The couch is 3. 9 out of 10 men are gonna say, you know what, man,
fuck it.
All right, baby.
Hey, it ain't no 9 out of 10. All men is gonna say, you
right,
know what, baby, you
know
want
what
that
I'm
shit?
saying?
Go ahead, man.
Right. So again, like men always men gonna bend for y'all, especially the woman we love. Like this is our wife we talking about. We ain't talking about just a regular chick off the street. This is our wife. If she wants something that bad, we already calculating in our head. Even if it's outside our budget, we calculating in our head how to get that money back, or how to get that money for it. We may not be able to get it today, but give me a week. And that man gonna go out there and figure it out, find a way to get it done. So again, all we asking is for the same grace in between. If this man done took 100 L's and he come up on a situation to where it's like, I really want this though, baby. It's 30,000, I know, but I really want this. You gotta let that man have that, G. Come on, man.
No, I agree with that. I'm totally there. As long as the other affairs are in order, I like to spend money. So baby, do it. You feel me? But as long as our retirement is good, our emergency fund is good, because that's the one thing, even if you ain't made no mistakes and you are good with the money, you can't spend more than you have saved or invested somewhere. So I still will be concerned about that, even if all the bills are on time, blah, blah, blah. You're spending 30K, but we don't have 30K anywhere, anything close to it. But if you have everything set up and your orders are they're good, I definitely think that you should do what you want to do, because that little budget that you give me every month,
You need to increase your internet.
I always go over it, so I understand.
Hey, why don't you increase your internet budget?
I wanted to say that.
Leave her alone.
I wanted to say that that will be another boundary for people, like how you're gonna be budgeting the money or the income in the house. How if someone wants to spend something or buy something, how are you gonna handle that? Will be another boundary.
I would agree. So that right there wrap up the finance. So that was one, and we spent a lot of time on one. Whenever finances come up, it's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. But I got another one that we're gonna get into right after I pay these bills. Salute to Crusader Nation in the building, man. I'm seeing leaves in the chat. Y'all already know what
get the
time it
likes
is.
up, man. God damn.
That's what I was about to say, man. The likes is at 3 something and the viewers is at 6 something. That is egregious. Come on, man. We gotta get that shit right. Hawk with the 2-piece says got on the crew from JR. Cosign Trill, a real one, man. I appreciate you, G. Shout out to the Peep Network, man. If y'all ain't subscribed, like I always say, what the hell are y'all doing, man? Make sure y'all tapped in, bro. Dallas with the 5-piece. Queen Sheba, this is why y'all need your own bank accounts. Men don't need to be checking in with no woman for decision making.
I got it.
I love Queen. Queen is hilarious.
But she
Law
gonna
with
run
the
her
5-piece.
relationship, how she run her relationship though.
Right. That's a woman would never give up the life she built for herself in full to get on your program as a man. This is why 50-50 relationships do not work. Jason C.
Hold on, go back to that. What
is? I don't know what that means.
Go back to that. What?
I didn't already lost the star, gang. I might have to come back to it. Jason C with the 10-piece. Men have a habit of moving with both parties in mind when it comes to funds. We don't like to be caught without, especially when you're the last line of economic defense. That's a fact. Goes back to what I was saying earlier. We think for y'all. That's part of being a leader. But that's how the game goes. Mark Purdue with the 20-piece. We appreciate it, G. He says, so I'm the sole provider in my marriage, and I don't tell my wife no, but my boundary is for her to be a good steward of my dollar. So my wife has a whole plan on how to replenish my funds or if it won't affect my goals.
Don't sound like that nigga got a wife. He got a partner. My partner them.
Hey. but yeah, hold on real quick. Damn, I'm up here missing shit. Devoted 7 game with the 2-piece, just showing love to the crew and the panel. We appreciate you, bro. Again, man, if y'all ain't like the stream, make sure that y'all are liking the stream. We appreciate it. New sub, Cola Mix with the 10-piece. We appreciate it, G. Welcome to the game.
Thanks for your service, Cola Nick. I see your pick. Thanks for your service.
Facts. Nat P. Shout out to Nat P.
Hey,
y'all was on last week, man.
Look. Hey, I'm sorry, I got public service announcement, man. Y'all hit that super chat, man. We need to get Kayla some damn new internet because that shit is dusty.
Definitely send the funds this way. Thank you.
That boy is a fool. Well, yeah, shout out to Nat P, man. Just showing love. Say for the internet. So we appreciate it, bro. Mr. O with the 5-piece. Salute to Mr. O in the building. Seems like it's way cheaper to be single nowadays. But thank you, old heads, for taking the L's for the younger dudes.
What the hell?
You welcome, motherfucker. You welcome.
Think Space LLC with the 5-piece. There's your account, my account, and our account. If our account is taken care of, then enjoy your account. I agree.
So I agree.
I agree.
That's it.
Two takens.
Listen,
That's taken, all cap. I didn't want to play no game. Little podcast in the building, man. What up, gang? Welcome to the
Hey,
shot
little
trill.
podcast.
He said you got Rilla old locker. he talking about last night. So hey, salute to Rilla, man. That's my dog. My nigga was just saying some things that was just you know, I don't know, man. It was just a bit out of pocket last night, but that's my dog. So I
Rilla?
forgive him. Yeah, man. He was saying some stuff that just disappointed me on the live stream, man. But that's another
Uh-oh.
conversation.
I'm gonna go back and check that one out.
Nigga said
That's
some
neither here nor there. It's neither here nor there. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's the thing, you know that, man. Salute to bro. Young Doc 12 to 10P, showing love, kings and queens. We appreciate it, man. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in. So in regards to these boundaries, we discuss finances. Now we can talk about outside parties in terms of, you know, discussing your business within the relationship. Now there are some people who feel like I'm not discussing my business with no outside parties. Everything I discuss is within this marriage or within this relationship. But there are others who feel like, well, I got to go to friend outside of this, you know, that I discuss things with, or I got to go to family member that I come to and discuss issues that I'm having within a relationship. So what is y'all take on boundaries in regard to that?
Don't do it.
Or nowadays it's like venting out on the internet. I hate that. Like when people is like discussing and putting all their stuff out there. It's horrible.
It's not worth it. Listen, I need y'all to listen.
Did you hear what I said?
It's not worth it. It's not, especially if you're not leaving, bruh. Sis, if you're not leaving, it's not worth it, right? Because what y'all do is y'all force people to make a choice between the both of y'all. When it's an issue with y'all, whether it's your children, your parents, your friends, whatever, bro. Especially when, like I said, when it's something you can resolve within your own home. And again, once you put it out there, bruh, it's a lot harder and way more difficult to contain than putting it out there on the streets, right? Because like I said, you force, and whether people tell you they do or not, people pick sides. They pick sides, right? So you got people either mad at your mate or you for something y'all going through that y'all ain't even gonna leave each other alone with for anyway. Don't do it. Write it on a piece of paper. Get you a journal. You know what I'm saying? Do something. Keep it to yourself, bro. Get you a diary, sis.
The Bible says a wise man seeks counsel. So I just need one. And every little thing is gonna be all right.
I think it's okay if you're gonna share something, but make sure that you give the entire story, because sometimes when we share things, we share our side of the story. But what did you say? What did you do for that man to react that way? So that's something that I have clear when I want to share something. I talk to either my sisters or my grandmother, and I said this, so I know that I did this, and I don't expect them. You know, I really don't want them to be against that person. So that's something that we have to have clear in our minds.
I'm guilty of this. This has actually caused a lot of problems in my relationship because and I would run to everybody. I'm telling my grandma, I'm telling my sisters, like I'm telling everybody what you did, and now everybody don't like you. And so now I'm like, then I had the friend that would always enable my bad behavior, where I'm like telling her I did something wrong, and she's like, it don't matter because da, 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 da. So she's like amping me up, like, you know what, I ain't wrong. You know what? Yeah. And so then I realized that, okay, maybe this is not healthy. And he had a problem. He said, why are you telling everybody our business? Da, 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 da. And then he started telling his mom. So then like we just involved way too much family, and now they know our business. And so I had to pull it back. And I do have a therapist, and she told me, stop dumping my problems on friends and family, because for one, they're gonna get tired of hearing it. And she was like, journal, because everything that you feel at that moment may not even be true. So you telling them one thing, and that may not even be the story or how he even said it. So now they looking at him like, he said what? But that's how I took it. So they get my version of it. So now I have my journal. I have my journal and now I write in it. And I try to be quiet now, and I just write all this stupid motherfucker said this. Like I'm writing all types of stuff in my journal. Long as nobody read it, it's cool. So I've made the mistake of doing that. I'm pretty sure I'll be vulnerable enough to say that. Like I've definitely did that. And why I did that is because I was in a past toxic relationship where I kept everything in. And so after I left, that's when I felt like, wow, I probably should have had advice from somebody or I would never suffered this long. So I didn't really trust myself making certain decisions in a relationship because of that. And that's why I was running to tell everybody stuff, but I was running and telling people too much and the wrong people. So I think it is okay to have that one person who's going to be unbiased, that person that knows you and know how you act and know how you get out of line and be like, well, Brittany, you were wrong or you were wrong for this. You should never said this to him. They have the best interest for both of you guys. If y'all don't have that, don't call your mama because she ain't the one. She's going to always have your back. A therapist would be a good mediator.
You should have a friend that is graceful enough to understand you and your situation.
Yeah.
Right? Because the objective is for you to just be together and y'all be straight, and you may be tripping. You get what I'm saying? Or you confused on some shit, and then when you explain to that friend of what's going on, and they got a clear mind and they not biased. That's what you need. A friend that ain't biased.
Yeah. After a while, I realized like when I said I did something really wrong, like next to turning off the game type of thing, the friend is like, yeah. That's when I was like, nah, okay, I gotta stop talking to you because you just making me more toxic.
Wait, hold up. So you turn off the game?
Yep, she said that.
Now, I said this on the P for about chicks cutting the power off, throwing the PlayStation over there, and Kayla then was like, no, Logic, I don't know what place you're from. Thank you, B Teller. I like you. Keep on going. You give me everything.
No, I just said I don't do that. That's
no, you did. You said no. You said in your words. You said no, Logic. Only the Walmart chicks do that. Be tell you work at Walmart. You tell her. Do you work at Walmart?
Okay. All right, Logic. Enough talking.
Logic being messy tonight.
I'm not being messy. I'm keeping this
traveling down the road and back again.
No more talking for Logic. So anyway,
The
what I
heart
was
is
gonna say-
true.
what I was gonna say is that I do think that me and my friend we decided that the best way to do this, because a lot of the time you don't really need to talk to anybody else. You need to talk to yourself, but you would feel crazy, right? So you just need to vent. A lot of the time you just need to get it out, and you can't do that with the person that you're with because you talking shit, right? So me and my friend, we do the questions. So we just, girl, I got a question. And so that's code for like, I don't really need you to say anything to me. I just need you to listen. And like, that's it. And so then you just can verbally vomit all over your friend or whatever. And she just be like, well, why do you feel that way? Well, why do you think they did that? Well, why do you think we reacted like that? Like, don't give me no advice. I'm not calling you for advice. I'm calling you so I can let this out so that I can be okay and I can go back to him and like have worked it out. But a lot of the times, and that's what therapists do. A lot of the time, therapists don't even tell you shit. They make you think about what you did and you figure it out and you come to your own conclusion about your bullshit on your own. That's what good therapists do. They ask poignant questions that make you think about what really happened, what really impacted it. And so if you have a friend like that or you have a situation like that, I think that's healthy. Because sometimes you just got to get it out and just vent and let it out. Like, this nigga get on my motherfucking nerves. If he leave this laundry out here again, I'm about to smash his head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it is, just get it out. Because I can't talk to him like that. So, sometimes you just need to vent and let it out. And then it'll clear, the fog, it'll clear back up. And then you'll be able to go back and like have a healthy conversation.
Yeah, I just got one question. I just want to know, do B Teller work at Walmart? That's all I want to know.
Logic, please. Let's go.
Your name ain't B Teller, ma'am. I'm asking B Teller, do you work at Walmart, ma'am?
I
Target.
do not.
Mr. Light is undefeated. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey,
That's what I was telling y'all.
She works
Family
at Target,
is different. Hey,
actually.
Thank you.
family,
Thank you.
family is always off limits. Always. Your
They
partner should
lying.
be squeaky clean to your family. Why? Because y'all gonna be around your family and his family a lot.
Yes.
And you don't want people to just be looking like, look at this hoe ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people like that, bro. You don't want people, and then you don't want to feel like when you walk in the door, they looking like he brought this bitch again. You don't
Yeah.
want that.
And
So
Hot
the
Cheeto.
family is a no. Like
especially,
you don't show me the good shit.
hey, smooth. Especially when you still gonna be calling his name and Jesus' name in the same sentence. You see what I'm saying? It don't make no sense.
Look, hold on, because I've been in
You're
a
doing a lot.
situation when I was like real toxic, in my past relationship, his mama did not like me. I remember she thought I was done. She thought he was done with me, but he came back, of course. And I walked through that door. She smiled like, "Oh, my son." And I walked through the door. She went like this,
Dear mama.
and I was like, "I'm back. Yeah, he left me alone."
Toxic.
But see,
But
see
that's the difference between men and women. That's what I was gonna say. Because you say like a counsel, for the most part, a lot of men, you say therapy. I'm not saying men are therapists, but if you vent to a man, if a dude vent to his boys, you can talk for 10 minutes. Oh yeah, we did this, da, 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 da. He gonna let you talk and say, but what did you do? You know what I'm saying? Didn't let you talk. Then like, yeah, then gonna kind of get into it. Men hold their boys a little more accountable than women, but that's another conversation. Go ahead,
real
bitch.
quick though, real quick though, not to cut you off. You know what the difference is in how the information is even presented to our friends. I feel like that's the difference, right? Like men, when we go to our boys, we gonna leave with what we did wrong. That's what we gonna leave with. It's like, yeah, bro,
Man,
I was
fucked
man,
up,
last
bro.
night, bro, man.
I fucked up, bro. I'm telling you. That.
She did, this on the back end. But again, we giving them the whole picture. And I think that's where it go wrong with women. Like women come in with what their issue is with us, right? And knowing that especially their family, it's gonna be super biased as hell. And they girls who never liked us to begin with, because we done took her away from the gang. She ain't going to happy hours and brunches and shit no more. So it's already built in resentment. So when you go to her with certain information, she ready to hop on board. Oh, well, he did what? Man, leave that nigga, man. You deserve better than that. You deserve this, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Compared to, men, like again, when we present the information, we lead with what we did. We not no man is gonna come to boys and be like, man, bro, she tripping for no reason. Unless she tripping for no reason.
Yeah, like I said, we have to give like the entire story, not just.
I want to be teller. So if you want a job, I can guarantee you transportation is right outside of my building. I can throw a rock and hit it. I got you, B Taylor.
I bet you wish I worked across the street from you.
I wouldn't even speak to you.
Thank you for being.
One thing I was gonna say is though, like when it comes to deep issues in the relationship, I don't talk to anyone about it. I don't know if anyone else is like me, but like I'd be embarrassed because if I talk to my mama about it, she's gonna push for those boundaries that I've let go. She's gonna be like, "Why are you talking to this person? You need to cut him off. You need to stop talking to him. Like what are you doing?" So I'm just sometimes like there's times where I just been too embarrassed to talk to anybody about it because I'm gonna be like, they're gonna judge me like, why am I putting up with this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? And like, I know I'm not leaving, so I'm gonna look stupid. So I'm not telling nobody.
Thing is, if y'all be knowing y'all ain't leaving, why y'all be pump faking, man? Like y'all is gonna leave,
bro. Like
I respect your honesty, Kayla. I respect your honesty.
They gonna crash the whole whip. They don't care. Everybody gonna look bad.
Right. And then y'all driving down the street in a raggedy ass 9.8. You know what I'm saying? Because she hopped right back in the car and shit. Stop playing, man. Keep it to yourself, bro. If you gonna go. It don't take you telling the world, oh, no, it don't work. You know what I'm saying? You got keys, use them. If not, shut the fuck up.
Especially today with these Instagram posts. Especially today with these Instagram posts and stuff. You want to put 5 stories or a long post.
These memes.
3 weeks, 3 days later. Man, come on now.
Yeah, man. But just in terms of boundaries, real quick, man. Again, we talking about going to them for outside counsel. Another boundary situation, right? Is friends of the opposite sex. This is a trigger issue, right? Just me saying it. Just look at the chat when I say it, and just look at look at the panel. Outside friends of the opposite sex. When you are in a committed relationship, how do you navigate that? In terms of boundaries, or like, is it allowed? That's off limits, or it's cool, but has to be under these certain guidelines? Like, I'm interested in hearing y'all take on this. How do y'all handle friends of the opposite sex?
It gotta be guidelines. And one of my guidelines is y'all better been in with the middle school together. You know what I'm saying? If it's outside of that, hey man, you gotta let all that go. You get what I'm saying? And on top of that, you can't bend and fuck this person. If you had any type of sexual thing, I'm out. I'm out. Like, let me get out the door.
I totally agree with
you. This person, you still fuck.
I totally agree with you on that. That's definitely a boundary. Like there, and then we have to stop talking and talk. Thinking that everybody's our friends.
Fuck, I was like pulling up, and the nigga you told me beating want to shake my hand. Man, I'm swinging.
If there was some type of flirting or sexual chemistry or something or activity, that's out. Nope.
Like, I hear what y'all saying, but to say it's not possible isn't true. Y'all being facetious, right? I'm still friends with my ex-wife. You see what I'm saying?
Ex-wife.
It doesn't matter. But y'all say, but they saying of sexual content, it doesn't matter. Friends is friends.
Do you have children with her?
Yep.
Okay, that's a necessity.
That's different.
That's different.
But
my mom.
Hold on.
Ain't they, Ricky?
Stop. How is it different?
Because y'all share a child. If something happened to that child, both of y'all are gonna have repercussions.
Facts. But again, let's not deal in extremities. You're talking about simple everyday life, right?
Yeah.
But there's a dynamic that existed before y'all became friends.
But Queen, right? My parents are not friends.
Let me finish, right?
They're not friends.
Again, all this is about being honest with your mate and not being on bullshit, right? The reason why you can't believe that somebody would do that and be friends like that is because deep down you believe they on bullshit, or in your head, if the situation was on your shoes, if you was wearing them shoes, that you would be on bullshit.
Facts.
Goddamn me.
That's how it is a lot of the time.
The game is the game.
People be like, I can't trust it because if it were me, what would I would.
No, but again, remember that your boundaries are your boundaries, not his boundaries or my boundaries.
That's what I'm saying though, right? So if boundaries are set, the reason why you don't deal with it because you believe your mate's boundaries can be violated.
Right. So is it the whole? It's not that I don't trust you; it's I don't trust them. Is it that?
But again, this is like the what's the name? The discussion we have last night with the trainers, right? It doesn't matter. I understand what y'all saying. You don't want to put the situation in place because, like, you don't leave your car unlocked in the middle of Chicago. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is you can't say it's not possible. Again, as long as everybody's being honest and realistic in those situations and trust. Now, listen, I think this is the biggest thing that people don't say. That trust has to be established. You see what I'm saying? That trust, but to say it can't happen is being facetious. It's really not. It's just something you wouldn't do. But I'm telling y'all, like, I don't look at her like that. That's my baby's mother. That's my ex-wife. But we still cool. So again, friends is friends, no matter what happened it is. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But I hear what y'all saying too.
I have a question, Ricky, because to me the difference will be like I don't have enemies. My exes are not my friends. They follow me. I follow them, and then we can have a conversation. We can say hi. I hope you're doing good. But that's it. I cannot call them my friends. If something happens, an emergency happens, or something really that you need a friend, is she the person that you will call first? Is she like, because I will need to understand that that's a friend, or you're just cool, like what you describe right now.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again? I apologize. You say that again.
So I'm just trying to understand the dynamic, because to me it's like I don't have enemies. You know, my exes are not my friends. They are just followers, or like we're cool with each other. We can say hi, you know, hope you're doing good, and that's it. I don't hate them. They don't hate me. That's it. But they're not my friends.
Okay, I guess it all depends on what you consider a friend then, right?
Okay, so that's what I wanted to
Yeah.
understand, because sometimes it's like we consider that a friend, but in reality, if something happens, an emergency or something, who is the person that I'm going to call first? It's not going to be my ex. It's going to be a real friend.
The first person I would call is my wife.
There you go.
You see what
So
I'm saying?
that, and
But-
the second person, it might not be even your ex-wife. That's what I'm saying.
No,
that-
that I think that's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? For you to even say that. Okay, so like Smooth is married, she was married, Trill's married, right? Right? They got best friends, but even if something happened to their wife, you know what I'm saying? Smooth might not be the first one he called. You see what I'm saying? I think again, friends to me, I think of friends differently, right? Me, when I call you a friend, we friends, we not associates. You know what I'm saying? You're not somebody I hang out, we friends. She's my friend. You see what I'm saying? Because like I told y'all before, every person I've had a child with, in my mind, we're just gonna be together forever.
Has she been to your house with your
Yes.
wife?
Yes.
Did your wife invite her or did you invite her?
My wife invited her, and my wife went and stayed with her in her house. Right?
Y'all really friends. Y'all really friends.
Thank you. We have an understanding. We've had talks. We have discussions. We don't put each other. I'm not going to put her in a situation. She's not going to put me in a situation. See, but that's grown folk shit. You know, some shit.
No, that's healthy co-parenting.
That is healthy co-parenting.
But it seems like they're friends too, because you don't have to do that to co-parent. Like my friends are co-parents. They got divorced when I was 12. They tried to be friends. They couldn't be friends. They don't speak unless it has something to do with us. They don't see each other unless it has something to do with us. They have no type of relationship at all. We are grown. They're both remarried. They are not in each other's lives in any way. So they have what Ricky them have is a real friendship, because they don't have to do that. They like hanging out and spending time with each other. They value each other in each other's lives. My parents, that's not the case. So, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
And in my case, my stepmom is a good friend with my mom.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a different thing with
Friends with
everybody.
my ex's mom, we still friends. Mm-hmm.
I feel
When
like
I go home, I go see her. I don't even see him. I don't talk to him either, but I go see her.
Nah, see that shit right there got to be cut off. Go ahead, B-Type. That got to be cut off.
How you gonna cut it off, sir?
You leave me. You leave my
He
moms. You
lives in
leave my
another
sisters.
city. His mom lived
That's a
back home
fact.
where we from. What he gonna do?
I don't
Hey,
care what
hey.
the situation. My boys ain't your homies no more. My mama
That's a
ain't
fact.
your fake mama no more. Ain't all that shit is over. You leave me,
She's
it's
not my
over.
fake mama. She's a friend. He had a young mom. She's a friend.
I
I'm
just feel
just
like if you
saying.
can't be friends with the person you had a kid with, then it says a lot about the relationship, because you should build a friendship first, right? And then if you didn't build a true friendship with that person, so when y'all separate, y'all just resent each other because of whatever went down in a relationship. Y'all can't even look at each other like friends. Y'all look at each other like exes. I co-parent. It took a while for me to get to a place to co-parent peacefully, but we co-parent just fine. Like, we get along to the point where people think that we're together because we get along so well, but it's nothing romantically. They're just like, dang, like y'all get along this well. Why didn't y'all? It's just like, we're not compatible. Like, it didn't work out. We were young when we got together, and we started off as friends. We were friends at first, and then we dated each other and then got in a relationship. But obviously the relationship didn't work, but we were good as being friends. He's cool with my man and everything. Like, he's able to come over and drop little man off. Like, it's not no stay at the door, meet me at the gas station. No, he's able to come in and like, you know, like drop him off and say hello.
Hey, the only time I would make it like that is if we broke up on some she had a baby with another nigga type shit.
Well,
Then
yeah,
we
when
could
it's
never-
traumatic breakup, sometimes you just need out of sight, out of mind. I don't want to see you
Yeah.
ever. You know, you just can't be friends with, like, I'm friends with a lot of my exes, but there's one that, like, I just never want to see you ever again in my life.
Oh, I'm not friends with my exes unless we got a kid together. I'm not friends with you because what we friends for?
Well, maybe more like social media friends, like if we're at homecoming together
follow me.
or
I unfollow
we're at
them.
some type of event together, like we cool,
No.
but like Oh, okay.
You
No,
can
I'm
speak.
not gonna be happy for you. I don't care about your life. I don't care
Oh,
about your
shit.
successes in life. I don't
Damn.
care what happens to you. You are dead to me. You are an ex. If we don't have a kid together, what am I gonna be liking your photos for? If you and your new life, I don't care.
I'm happy for him. I'm happy for my ex. I only have one ex that's married. The rest of them are still miserable.
Why would I be
Only
happy
one
for
of
them?
them.
I don't
I'm
care
happy
about
for
my
him. He
exes.
deserves it. He's a good guy. He's like one of the ones that got away. I like his picture. He liked mine. We
I
support
unfollow.
each other.
I
I'm happy for
unfollow.
him. And I think
I
his new life
unfollow.
is gorgeous.
They'll follow me and they'll like me. I don't block, but I will unfollow because what am I gonna like your stuff for?
Because
Like, I'm
you
not
cared
happy
about him
that you
once upon a
graduated.
time.
No,
It just
Hey.
didn't work
and we're not
out.
together now. So
Hey.
why would I be congratulating you about getting married or celebrating something about your birthday? I don't care about your birthday no
Hey
more.
B, I want them to watch. I want them to watch to see the life they could have had.
That's why I unfollow. That's
I
why
want
I
them to
unfollow.
watch.
'Cause I don't want to be.
But that's if you're bitter about it. I'm not.
No,
I'm
it's
not.
not.
I'm not upset about it. I,
You know
I
what? Hey,
moved
you
on.
know
I
what?
healed from that situation. We understand why we break up. It wasn't on bad terms. It just was what it was. Like, he's a good person, and I want him. Good for him. Like, he was good to me when we were together. It just didn't work. Like, every breakup's not like rah, like toxic. Like somebody cheated. Everything is not like. It's not
It
that.
don't have to be. I just don't follow. I'm not gonna be happy for you. Goodbye.
Hey,
Bye.
you know why? Because every chick I ever wanted to talk to, they baby moms, they life not right. You know what I'm saying? And then when they look at mine and I run into them, I just give them that smile like it gotta be TV. You know what I'm saying? But they be so
OT,
embarrassed.
Hey, wait, OT, I saw you in the chat. We need to give me Taylor AK-47. I told y'all, I'm waking.
See, Taylor Savage, man. Petty queen, boy. She ain't bullshitting.
Huh?
But at the same time,
what?
I understand
Yeah.
her take because I'm a, how I am.
Not
I'm very
Vladimir,
vindictive.
Vladimir Taylor. What?
Also trial and error with me. I got 3 exes and I tried the friendship thing. It always led to sex. So it's like it's just not a healthy situation, right? Because it's always gonna be feelings there. So we kicking it or we still texting or whatever the case may be, you calling me,
Yeah.
giving me
You're
asking
right.
for advice on your new relationships. Our bond is still there. Just because we broke up, that don't mean that I don't lust after you no more. It ain't nothing
Yeah.
like that. It's gonna be there. So
That's
to
true.
avoid that toxic type of situation, we just I'm gonna remove myself from this shit completely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Logic, I am interested in hearing your take on this, G. What is your take if you in a marriage with your wife? Is her having male best friends on or off limits? Why not?
Logic.
He eating his Cheetos.
All right, now look. Now I was thinking about OT put that shit in the chat. That's what I did. Hey, look, Fred, you just need to get some members, man, and so we can get some AK-47 emojis to flood the chat. I mean, I told you I don't negotiate with terrorists. Like I'm telling you, that's my stance. Like, look, you won't be friends with no nigga that got no dick pics. You know what I'm saying? That got pussy box pics, all that. Nah, it's cut off. And it just say, even if you decide to keep that on, that let me know where I stand. And I think a lot of these dudes, they take a lot of shit. And now these women move on from relationship, thinking that they can present the same shit to another man. And you can't. Like, look, literally. And I understand what Kayla was saying. It's all cool. It sounds good. But you friends with a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, that seen a box? You know what I'm saying? That niggas that got there, you know what I'm saying, that didn't juice you up, everything? And I supposed to deal with that as a man?
It's just on social media. Like,
No, baby, look, you missing it. You see, it just, you said, see, you thinking because, look, baby, look, and you know I fuck with you, Kayla. I still love you though. But the thing is, this is your problem. Your terrorist list, you think about yourself all the time. You don't think about nobody else but yourself. So now, when it plays out like this, it always gonna be fucked up. And I told you, you can tell you how to fix this, Kayla. You take this terrorist list and you do this right here, Kayla. Mr. Logic gonna help you out because I love you. You spin that bitch. You flip it upside down and you put that nigga first and you listen what he say. You delete all them niggas that's on your goddamn shit because they didn't see your box, they didn't see your titties, they didn't see all your good shit. Just be real. That's all I gotta say.
Logic, no one's ever requested me to like delete anybody before.
They shouldn't have to. You
Yeah.
should do it yourself.
I
It's
kind of
just not
agree
a-
with
it's just
Logic.
not a factor.
If you
Okay.
see my
Like,
ex,
they don't
face,
they don't
I
even
know.
they don't even know who they are because they non-factors. So they don't know. I would have to point them out and say this person is my. They don't know who they are because I don't. There's no pictures of us nowhere. You ain't finding nothing of us because when I be done with somebody, I be done. So
Do
you
he
don't
got
even know who my exes are. Like
Yeah.
Do he got some of you?
what?
Yeah, what? Yeah,
No, I
what?
didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Do he have something of you?
Of me? I don't know. I don't keep.
All right, that's it
When
though.
I'm done with people, I'm with the vengeance. I'm deleting all the photos of you out of my phone, deleting all you off my social media.
Mhm.
Like you done.
But
So
niggas
just,
keep that.
just
Niggas
you
keep
being
that
on the
shit. And
feed or you being in the comments of somebody that we're mutually friends. Like I'm not a hater. I want everyone that I once cared about go on and be happy. Like I'm just not a hater. Like I don't have no reason to hate you because I've never been like cheated on or like had like I've only had one bad breakup. The rest of them were just like amicable. Like, listen, I don't think this is working. Like,
but you see in this conversation,
and
you
just
keep,
move on.
but do you see how you keep in this conversation? You keep taking it back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Again, if somebody requested me to do something like that because they felt insecure about it, I have no problem doing that. But no one has cared enough to be like going through who I'm liking and not liking on social media.
Hey, see,
But see,
Caleb,
but
me and
see,
you
Caleb,
different.
what-
I be praying on people's downfall. You, I ain't gonna lie. You do me bad, we break up or something, man. I'm praying on your downfall, man. Because I already know I'm gonna win. I know I'm gonna win.
Why? I just
He
feel
said,
like
'cause I know I'm
people
gonna
just
win.
go on and be happy away from me. Do good, boo, away from me. That's
But yeah, that's my whole thing, man. I just feel like I'm a simple guy, man. I like shit to be simple, right? I don't want to be around niggas that know what your tonsils feel like. Like it's just certain things, right? That this whole buddy friend thing, that shit is over.
Heard him.
The only male friends you need is me, my gang, and the God up above, or
Your
brother if you
game.
do have him. No, me, my
Gang, his
gang,
father.
my boys.
oh, your gang. I'm
Or
sorry, I
if-
thought you were talking about your PS4.
Nah. Or if you have a brother, you know,
Mhm.
he cool. But aside from that, no, hell no. And especially if
two
it's the
brothers.
ex, like are you kidding me?
I
That's
agree.
over. That's out. And if it
Right.
ain't out, I'm out. So it's
I
one or
agree.
the other. You know what I'm saying? But real quick, man, we're gonna pay some bills and then we're gonna get to the video that everybody came to see. First and foremost, Dallas with the 5 piece. Keep relationship issues internal. Hov and B should have taught y'all the power of privacy by now. But women are more expressive, or the more expressive and vocal ones. I would agree. Y'all be killing that meme game on y'all Instagram stories. Dallas again. Smooth women don't have unbiased friends. As soon as her friend
Facts.
holds her accountable or keeps it real with her, they ain't going to be friends no more.
Facts.
That is a fact.
That's
That's fact.
We have Lord with the 2 piece. B Taylor, if you toxic, just say
Say
that.
that.
That's a fact. Taps the 5 piece conversation is so good. My 11:30 p.m. boundary has been compromised. Salute to crew season. Good fun panel tonight. We appreciate you checking in, gang. You know it. It's love always. Dallas again with the 10 piece. Ricky, I still think it's a difference from being on good terms with your ex-wife and then being friends with her. Y'all have kids, so y'all have a reason to frequently communicate. Dallas again. I stand corrected, Ricky. Y'all are friends. That situation is just not as
I
common.
tell y'all, when y'all realize that I'm the Kevin Garnett of this shit, anything is possible, bro. Y'all better figure it out.
Anything is possible.
That's a fact. Real quick, man. Salute to Crusader Nation in the building. Y'all done had the chat lit all damn night. We appreciate y'all pulling up. Hold tight. Miss Saeed, I got a compliment. More money with the 5 piece. Saeed looking sexy with those glasses. Might be willing to give you a chance, baby girl.
Wow.
Go to our IG and watch our jump rope.
Look
Hold
at-
on,
we are
Logic.
not-
Hold on,
we-
Logic. Now, hold on.
We are not objectifying
Oh
women
my
on
God.
this panel. That is not what we doing on this.
What does that
platform.
mean?
Yeah.
No,
I really thought he
no.
meant a jump rope.
It's literally
Nah,
what
no.
you do. Jump rope. She was jumping.
Nah.
Wait, what happened with the jump rope?
Oh my God, why y'all so goddamn fancy, bro?
I was
It
working
was-
out.
she
No, I
didn't
didn't
take.
know if there was like a new way to trap with the jump rope, because you know that people be trapping doing everything these days, shooting
What?
guns,
Ooh,
anything.
Sarah, you gonna take that? She said you trap with a jump rope.
I'm
Trap
looking
it.
for new ways to trap.
We will not objectify women on this platform. So like I was saying, Crusader Nation, man, appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man. We're going to get into the video that everybody came to see. I'm going to play it 2 times back to back like I always do for the people in the smoking section, the people that went to take a break. Y'all make sure that y'all liking the video while this video was playing, and as soon as it's over, I want to get y'all's immediate reaction to what this young lady had to say.
This is a really unhealthy misconception that too many guys have, and it's the reason why a lot of you end up in relationships with people that you don't respect. Someone having boundaries is not a reflection of their interest level in you, because those boundaries existed prior to your arrival in their life and are usually informed by some deeper understanding that that person has of themselves. So the idea that someone who really likes you must show that by compromising on their boundaries is very, very unhealthy, and I encourage you to disabuse yourself of that notion as soon as possible.
So again, I'm gonna play it one more time for the people in the smoking section that went on bathroom break, went on beatbox break, so y'all can catch it, and then we're gonna respond to it.
This is a really unhealthy misconception that too many guys have, and it's the reason why a lot of you end up in relationships with people that you don't respect. Someone having boundaries is not a reflection of their interest level in you, because those boundaries existed prior to your arrival in their life and are usually informed by some deeper understanding that that person has of themselves. So the idea that someone who really likes you must show that by compromising on their boundaries is very, very unhealthy, and I encourage you to disabuse yourself of that notion as soon as possible.
You should have fast forwarded, because it sounded like she like dropped out in 4th grade, because she sounds slow as a bitch. I don't know. How can
She sound like a bimbo.
I think what she's understanding, I mean, what I'm understanding, I'm sorry, is that if the boundaries existed before, like, we have to respect the boundaries and stop thinking that it's just because we like that person. But I will say, if we have boundaries and we respect our boundaries and go by our own boundaries, that's okay. But if we're going to make exceptions just because we like this person more than the other, and I didn't accept something, a certain behavior from this person, but I like this person more, so I'm going to accept this behavior, that's not respecting your own boundaries. That's the way I'm seeing it.
I think she was more so saying like that someone shouldn't require you to break your boundaries to prove that you like them, because often people do. Often people break their boundaries. I don't usually do this, like for guys that they really like or whatever. And so now there's a certain thing that's expected, especially because, you know, men think they're the prize, and like we need to be competing for them and all of this, that you should break your boundaries to get them, to prove whatever, or to prove that you like them for real or whatever. Like, but that's honestly like an old school thing. That's the old school like thing guys would do to manipulate women. Like, oh, if you really like me, then you will, you know, blah blah blah. And so that's very young, and I would think that grown people like know that game. You know what I'm saying? That like, oh, if I really like you, I'll do what? Like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, if you're gonna stop fucking with me because of that, then bye. Because it feels so good when they stop fucking with you, like you like cool, versus like you do it and then they stop fucking with you and you like, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, my only issue was that she tried to tie it to the people that are courting her or dating her, and was they're requiring you to bend on standards. That's not how that typically goes, sweetheart. Y'all do that all on your own, right? The man's not coming in and saying, hey, you're gonna have to break some boundaries or some non-negotiables for me to know that you really like me. I mean, I don't have to come in and announce that. All the man has to do is come in and she likes him, or come in and she, you know, again, feels he's lit, or he has money, or he has something that's, you know, that she's attracted to. A lot of times it's on the shallow side. and she's gonna bend and break and shift those boundaries all on her own. So that was my only issue, was that she tried to paint it like men are coming in and requiring that. That's not the case. Case is women are doing that all on their own.
That's
That's what I'm saying. Like they're not respecting their own boundaries, which is what I said.
Right. Nothing is required. Everything you do is voluntary, baby. All I'm saying, you volunteering for this, right? And stop acting like the proof, putting the proof in the pudding is one way. You know what I'm saying? The same way a guy tests y'all boundaries, the same way y'all test his. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're gonna play the game, somebody got to win, somebody got to lose. The trick of the game is it ain't no game. Quit playing.
Which leads me to my question. Do y'all feel like there are exceptions? Well, I mean, whether y'all feel like it or not, that's a fact. Exceptions are made in terms of boundaries. But I want to get down to what determines that for y'all, hypothetically speaking. And if you've grown and progressed, and you can speak to the younger you in terms of when you was dating a guy, like, or dating a man, because like I say, niggas do it too. They ain't exempt. There's plenty of chicks that shouldn't even make it to the morning time at the crib, that niggas allow to do things just because of whatever the shallow reason that he messed with her for. But in terms of exceptions being made to the boundaries that y'all set, what provoked that? Like, what, paved the way for those boundaries to be bent? And again, this is a safe space. I want y'all to be honest.
Is it? Well, I mean, the most normal one, the most toxic one, he was fine as fuck, okay? I didn't know what to do.
Drove her crazy ass crazy.
I
Drove her
tried.
crazy ass crazy.
I tried so hard. Yeah. I'm sorry.
What
We
was
want
the
to hear the
question?
rest. Come on.
Hey, make sure.
What was
Kay-
the question?
That's one of the ones that, like, when you're young and, like, we're not even young, just when you're, whatever.
Hey.
That's one of the easiest ones. Like, you're so attracted to that person, like the way they make you feel, vibes. You be like,
Lust.
straight. Something going on with the oxytocin or whatever.
Full of lust.
The booty was hot. That booty was hot. That's what it was. That booty.
The
fat.
D.
Throbbing.
No, he was attractive. So don't try to act like y'all. The same thing don't go on when y'all vibing with a girl that y'all really like. Men do it all the time. They overlook red flags major because she's bad as fuck, and you be like, you know what? Gotta see it through, my boy.
Gotta see it through, my boy. Shout out to Kenny.
Hey, I worry about my money too much, man. My
No,
boundaries been there from the door. I got 6 aunties. Showed me the game. Used to have these suckers coming through, paying for shit, not getting nothing. Dropping food off for everybody, not getting nothing, barely getting a hug. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Food and
We
balls and
ain't
everything.
doing that.
the one thing I would give advice to my younger self, if I could go back in time and stop myself at 17, right? Base your feelings off of actions, not your fucking feelings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let your feelings build off the actions that a woman provides for you on a day-to-day basis, right? Let her prove to you should feel a certain way about it.
Not the potential. Yes. Amen.
Oh yeah, but in terms of the question, B. Taylor, I asked, are exceptions made when it comes to boundaries, and what determines that?
Exceptions. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, you don't know, huh?
This one got me kind of stuck because I push boundaries. So I don't know.
You push boundaries?
That's fair.
I
I
push
bet you push
boundaries,
more than boundaries.
and I don't know what's making him stick. So sometimes I push boundaries a lot in my relationship. So it's just like, I don't know. I guess I'm a little stuck with that question.
Nobody's surprised. Nobody is surprised. That's all I'm saying.
It's worth it.
Fuck all that.
B. Taylor toxic as hell, gang. Yeah,
Toxic.
she's toxic.
Oh,
Be toxic.
Hey, she one of them cartoon barrels with the skull on the front and shit. You know what I'm saying?
For
God
real.
damn, bro.
But fellas, I mean, I want to hear y'all take on it. Hold on, somebody got YouTube playing. Mute it if y'all got it playing. But yeah, I want to hear y'all take. Have y'all that never made exceptions? Y'all messing with a chick that y'all know goddamn well
Of
y'all shouldn't be
course.
messing with, but y'all still messing with her. And what was the reason for you doing so?
I have. I ain't gonna lie to you. I have.
We know.
But
Thank you, OT.
Me too.
I'm just gonna, I mean, I was, you know what I'm saying? I'm out dating, trying to do my thing, you know what I'm saying? Finding my person or whatever, moving around, dipping and dabbing, and
Right.
found somebody who could put it on me, you know what I'm saying? And that normally don't happen. I'm the one that normally do the thing, and this time it was like, hold on, wait a minute. I ain't never had like that before. I ain't never had like this before. Hold on, you a little too consistent with it. I ain't never had nobody twisted like that. So hold on, time out. Time out. You know what I'm saying? So I was in the daze, I was in the trance for a while.
How long?
Too long.
Them toxic ones really do have
Too
you in a
long.
trance.
It was like 2 years, wasn't it, OT?
Damn near 2 years. You ain't lying. It was damn near 2 years. Swear to God.
Fucked up part is I know who we talking about. But go
Swear to God.
Exactly.
But the thing is though, but here's the part though. But it was like the extremes. That was the wild part. She was super sweet, super caring, super thoughtful, like going above and beyond. But then she had her toxic side. But that toxic side was
Crazy.
toxic as hell, crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to find that middle ground.
They make it up in different ways though.
Yes, and I was
The
tricking.
Got 3000.
But I was tricking
Like went on
myself.
for 2 years.
I was tricking myself. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't went on as long as it did. It should have been what it was for how
Like-
long it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, next thing I know,
I'm
you got
locked up. They won't
shoes
let
in
wanna
the
go
closet, shoes in the closet. You know what I'm saying? That overnight bag turned into a couple drawers in my room. You know what I'm saying? It just
I'm gonna be man. Shit,
So would it be
Right.
safe to say good coochie is not enough to keep a man?
It
negative.
was the
not-
Got, not the coochie.
You gotta have the Guac 3000,
Nope, but
that,
let me expound it. Oh, tell me
Waterworks.
if
It was the no gag
tell me
reflex.
if I'm off. Oh, tell me if I'm off though, right? So be honest, I had a toxic chick at one upon a time in my life, right? Her boy, you know what I'm saying?
Not
Boy.
Ricky.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I keep trying to tell you, I ain't the guy. This ain't the guy I always was. You know what I'm
feel
saying?
me?
Right? So like, and it wasn't just her. It was me too. Like that sexual energy is like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you find a girl that fuck with you like that, it's something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest. When you find a chick that fuck with you like that, I mean, every time she see you, she like, you know what I'm saying? And every time you see her, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But let me keep it thorough though. I could keep it thorough with her.
What does that mean, Ricky?
I could tell her whatever, and she was down the ride. She was down the ride. I can put it, hey, this and this happened, da-da-da, with this chick, da-da-da. Hey, it's what it is, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stop fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? But that's them extremities, right? So and that's usually how they package. I'm just being honest. If you paying attention, that's just how they package most of the time. Everything's a fucking extreme. They ride and die for you on the bottom. The sex, they'll go all out, da 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 da. But when shit go south, it goes south. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take. And again, I was young, man. I was young. It's like right when I broke up with my first wife, and I was still in that, man. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy, but it was all bad. It was all bad, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, I would agree, man. I gotta, since this is a safe space and we all sharing and things of that nature, this is a time long before, they married me. My ex actually. I was young, I was super young. Like she had a nigga trying to play stepdaddy and all.
Damn.
Because of the things that y'all just talking about just now. You know what I'm saying? It's just again, it's that feel like when you walk in a room, like y'all don't even have to say anything to each other. It's just communicated with an eye look. It's like, so it's like, let's get out of here right now, or let's, whatever. It's gonna happen right now. We've been in a room full of people, and it's just like, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. That right there. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it can be having a pull on you. It's the total package, man. It's the throat. It's all that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the shit that have you trying to, again, leaving your moral boundary compass and all type of shit. Like you try, you know what, man? I'm young, but maybe being a stepdad ain't that bad at before I even get to college.
Let me get some Capri Suns on the way over there.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Shit, let me buy a couple diapers, man.
Yeah.
What's how you say it? Well,
And some fruit
Yeah,
snacks.
this
Put some
nigga
Gerber.
Lunchables for lunch.
And some fruit snacks.
This nigga eat Lunchables, but what's for lunch? Lunchables? Hell no.
Animal cookies.
fruit snacks. all
He
type
got
of
them
shit. It's
Capri
like,
Suns
wait
and
a
animal
minute.
crackers.
What am I doing here? But again, it's because the highs are so high that when the lows come, you just like, all right, gang, you know what, man, I'm done with this shit. I'm gone. Whatever. I'm out. And
So
then
is
they
that a
pull up
wife?
again. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you just keep getting pulled back into it. You get pulled back into it until it hits you or something drastic happen, like that happened in that situation. The where it's just like, all right, it's time for me to walk away from this shit for good. You know what I'm saying? But it tends to always end in a very toxic way, a hard down, all out toxic way. But yeah.
Hey Trey, what was your favorite Lunchable that she had?
Well, look here, man, I like the ham. Some of them they got the turkey circles. I like the ham circles. You know what I'm saying, with the square Swiss cheese, orange and white. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there, man. That's neither here nor there.
I don't even remember the question now. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me out there thinking about Lunchables and shit.
No. The question is like, are exceptions made to the boundaries that people set, and what provokes said exceptions? Like, why are you making an exception for this person compared to everybody else that you holding to these hard boundaries?
I'll make exceptions if it's something that I produce. If it's something that I cause, I can make an exception for it. You know what I'm saying? If it's a change in your body, anything like that, you gain weight, I can make exceptions to that. I can actually, at that point, I can accept oatmeal pie. You know what I'm saying? It's if I did it, I can look. B10 don't like the oatmeal pie, but look, I can accept that. I can accept what I do, and then if it's trauma that comes with anything else that somebody else did, you got to deal with that. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, look, I ain't perfect. Ain't nobody perfect on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do shit. We gonna fuck shit up. So you know what I'm saying? If it's something that I did, like I said, I can deal with it. If you can explain to me, hey, look, you did. I mean, and I done had women that did it. They was like, nigga, you did it. And I was like, oh shit, for real? That was fucked up. Yeah, you're right. I can deal with that. Like, so if she toxic based on what I did, then I can accept that. You know what I'm saying? I just have to work through it and live with it. You know what I'm saying? At least for a little bit. Now, I ain't gonna go too long. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was about to ask. How long?
Nah, you finna get dumped on your head by a therapist. Or somebody. You know what I'm saying? But no, I mean, it's I guess it's a grace. I got grace for that. I'd have been in relationships, and then I've been like well, fuck it. Everybody, I get y'all say it's a safe space. I was in a goddamn good relationship, but then I had went to Korea and I was wilding the fuck out, right? And like wilding the fuck out. And when I got back, you know the iCloud shit, y'all disconnect y'all shit, cause that shit the devil. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker going through it. I mean, me being me, cause she know, you know what I'm saying, me before, I used to record everything.
Oh
you know,
my God.
yeah, we had all kind of shit called night ops, ask Quest. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we had that shit. But it was to the point that I did that. So I think I actually stuck with it for like 3 years to try to fix that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt I was responsible for that. So if it's nothing that I did, nah, I ain't taking on no goddamn fucking another nigga. You know what I'm saying? OT crazy motherfucking chick that he was fucking with a good dope. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's OT problem. I ain't dealing with that shit. You get rid of all that shit before you come to my castle. So that's my take on it.
I think another one could also be like when you're not, you know, we have that situation with somebody toxic, you know, that's just a sexual situation. And like, I've had to block them, like, just don't contact me. Right. But also when you're in a relationship, right. Or at least for me as a woman, when you're in a relationship that's not working, but you are getting consistent good sex. And you don't want to start over because then you got to go over and get to know somebody new and build the trust before you can like go there with them. And it's just like, he's pushing the boundaries, and then, but you just let that shit go, and then shit just gets under the rug, and then we make up sex, and then, you know, this was a good week. And so I guess, you know, I think it's getting better. Not really. Like, they're not really getting better. We just have good sex. And so this relationship is going on longer than it should. And that happens often. Like, good sex makes bad relationships go on longer than it should. And bad sex makes good relationships end before they're given the chance. So I think a lot of people deal with. I actually have a friend that like said that to me, like that she doesn't want to start over, and like it's the best sex she ever had, and like they just gonna work it out. And she married this fool anyway. But yeah, sometimes I think good sex keeps people in toxic relationships. It allows people to push and go over your boundaries, and then, you know, y'all arguing, and then he just start making out with you, and then nothing's ever resolved, right? Like, so I do think that's boundaries that a lot of people deal with in their relationships.
Yeah,
but I think as you get older, like it becomes like a mental thing. Like, yeah, the D is good, but how am I gonna feel good if my mind is all messed up? Like, I'm still mad at you. So
then it's not that good. It's
right.
Not that good.
No, that just means that you're mentally like maturing enough to realize it's not about just me. Like, it's about like mentally stimulating me as well. And if I got a lot of stuff and you did something to disrespect me and make me feel low, how do I feel safe opening up to you? So that says what type of woman you are in your mind space and where you are in your maturity. Because I can't lay down with you if I don't feel safe in no type of way. Like, we gotta talk.
Yeah, but then, you know, in the moment though, they can make you feel that way. Like, it went from that toxic moment to now he's doing the things that made you initially fall for him, and then you was mad, but he eat your pussy. So I don't even know what I was mad about no more.
Really? I don't know.
See, yeah, that was my problem. Was I was trying to
mad about? I don't know.
I was trying to pound her into submission in a sense. That's what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, making it like, yeah, we're going through some troubles and whatever, but I could deal with that.
Or you could put it on him, and then he open up to listen to whatever you had to say before. After.
Look here, man. That I mean, it's just dangerous, man. And again, you know, this is a results-oriented platform, and I just want to advise, you know, people, man, sometimes you gotta step outside the box, man. Look at this shit from an outside. And I know it's hard. No pun intended. But what I'm saying is this, right? You gotta step aside from the shit that just makes your blood rush with them, and look at the shit from more of a total perspective. And when you do, you'll realize, man, this is literally all we have. It's amazing, sure, but this is all we have. And not only that, we both are so outside of our you know, moral structure, our moral boundaries. Like, you'll find yourself arguing in public with them and just doing all type of shit. You like, what the, like, this ain't even me. I'm out of character right now. And anybody that can get you out of character like that and do it on a consistent basis, you should not be nowhere around them. And I just don't want you to have to learn the hard way before y'all do shit like that, bro.
You talk about toxic, nigga. Yo, check toxic as fuck. Hey, don't tear. Hey, nigga, you got tears with riches, nigga. Hey, they toxic is a bitch. So, y'all, I like that kind of toxic.
Hey, man, shout out to Crusader Nation, man. Y'all know what time it is.
Man, keep on going.
But yeah, Anime, what up, G?
Yo, what's good, Joe?
Ain't nothing, man. Just chilling, bro. What's your take on this whole boundary conversation, man?
Well, first off, I want to say that me and my lady just celebrated our 2-year today.
Congratulations.
I think the conversation about boundaries, I think y'all pretty much hit the nail on the head. I think people have a general idea of what they want their boundaries to be. But a lot of times, if you find that person that you just really interested in, you really like them a lot of people just throw their boundaries away. They don't respect their boundaries. And I think there's a saying that I heard you say, Trill, before, and I think it stands very true. Women will make rules for guys they don't like, and they'll break them for the ones that they do.
Facts.
And guys will do it too. Some guys will do it too.
Yeah, no, dudes. A lot of dudes do it, especially if it's a chick that looks better than the chicks they was dealing with. He'll break whatever program he has set in place or agenda he has set in place, and he'll break his own agenda or plan for a chick that looks better than whatever chicks he was dealing with, when it should be the same thing throughout. So now he puts the chick that looks good, according to him, on a pedestal instead of following his own fucking boundaries that he set for the past chicks he was dealing with. So he had a program in place, and he shifted off his program to elevate a chick because she looks, say she's a 10, which I don't do. I don't give looks rating with 10s and 8s and 9s. I don't do that shit. That's called putting a woman on a pedestal. So say he was dealing with a 5. He had a program in place for those 5. But because he's dealing with a 10 now, he breaks his protocol for the 10.
Mm-hmm.
So men do that shit too. Let's call it what it is.
Also, OT, next time you with Trill, I need you to get $6 from him because that last pod went way past 4 hours. That's strike number 3. That's 1 + 2 + 3, which is 6. So I need you to get that $6 from him and put it in the cookie jar that says Crew Season Foundation. I need you to get it from him.
The bar too low. That's what it is. You gotta raise the bar a little bit.
We're gonna add it up. So I need y'all to do y'all part, get this pod over 4 hours, and then it's gonna be $10 because we gotta add 4 to the 6. And we gonna work our way up there.
Look here, man. Look here. This is what I'm gonna do. It's what I'm gonna do because y'all right. And I broke my word egregiously last week. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the conversation kind of went there. Sometimes you just gotta ride with it. But next part, next live stream, we doing a $100 giveaway randomly. If you in there, this is gonna be my way to pay my debt, wash my debt clean. $100 giveaway. It's gonna be announced at the end of the live stream. You gotta be on that bitch the whole time. And it's gonna be random. So, again, just tap in. And that's gonna be my way of paying my dues for breaking my word. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Don't be changing your rules too.
Hey, if you pick a terrorist, then that shit going straight to Afghanistan.
Don't
it's going to top. Yeah,
but why is it though that like it seems that the best like sex or whatever is from like the most toxic men?
Because that's all
they like that toxic shit. You like that toxic shit. Just say that.
What?
That's all they have
that
to
toxic stuff.
It's like somebody who specializes in something. I'm not good at changing AC. I'm not good at electric wires. But if you got anything dealing with pipes and plumbing, I'm your guy. It's the same thing. They don't got nothing else to offer you but good sex, so they perfect it.
They have to compensate. They have to compensate.
That's the worst part about it. The worst part about it is they can do that because it works. It works. Or they would have to change.
After a while, they can do it mindlessly, Kayla, without any emotion to any woman at any time, just like clockwork.
Yeah, that was gonna be my take. I think it's the fact that they don't really give a damn about you, right? I'm there to perform. Like it's just like an athlete or like a basketball player or something. Like when you put up 1,000 jumpers a day, it just becomes muscle memory. I'm not that like I don't really care about this because I know it's not going nowhere. I'm not gonna have to deal with the repercussions of it. I just come through, do my thing, and get the fuck up out of there. So I think if you're able to keep that kind of detachment, then you're gonna perform better more times than not. As crazy as that sounds, right? That's why when people have one night stands or sex with a motherfucker that they know they good and well, we ain't gonna never be together. It's just a sense of just letting it all hang out, leaving it all on the field, as my coach used to say back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I know there's no repercussions. I ain't gonna have to deal with nothing from it. So I'm gonna just come in and go all out. So whereas if you got a girl, you gotta kind of watch what you do, per se, right? You're not as reckless. You more, you think about her feelings more. Like you thinking about tempo, pace, different shit like this. All these things matter, right? Because I'm trying to, not only have good sex with her, right, but I'm trying to guard her feelings at the same time. But if I don't give a damn about your feelings, I'm coming through there. I'm doing my thing.
Not every time is
Getting your
about
head through the
feelings.
sheetrock, and I'm going to the crib. So there's a sense of recklessness. There's a sense of abandon there that makes it good, and that's just honest. And women the same way.
can't
We
you
gonna keep
have
it
that
honest.
with your girl, though?
Yeah,
they
women
just
move the
can't.
same way. I was about to say that,
Women
Trill.
move the same way, bro.
Move the
But why
same way.
can't you
That's why.
have
That's
that
why.
with your-
Go ahead.
Why can't you have that with your woman? Because we all know that the 3 different types. We all know sex, love, and fucking. So if we're just, we should be able to know the times that we're doing the making love, and the times that we just getting this done because we have a quick moment, and the times that you are choking her out.
No. But
that's what you're into.
This is the difference,
what I
right?
said.
This is the difference. The difference is that your girl might like a specific type of sex, and that's it, right? So your girl might just like to make love. She don't necessarily like to get fucked.
What?
Right? There are a lot of women out here like that. Like they want the slow, sensual. I want the candles lit. I want the
I don't wanna
massage
be
beforehand. I want the
Yeah.
Don't treat me like that.
Every time?
Not every time.
You missing
Nah,
out.
I'm a Jamaican nigga. I don't know if I can make love though.
Hold on. I think we overshooting though. Like all I can use is me as my experience, right? But it was like my first real sexual experience. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about you had sex, you know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about when them synergies lock up. You know what I'm saying? And when you first get it, you like, damn, God damn it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, when you get it, right, you think you will never get it again because you didn't hit chicks or you didn't, gave some to dudes and shit. And when you finally get it, you like, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Shed tears.
Right. I think I believe in synergies, right? And it's not that you don't do your girl or your husband or your wife a certain way, right? I believe in slutting your partner out. You know what I'm saying? But it's just different energies, bro. It's different synergies between people. And the truth of the matter is, if I'm being honest about that relationship, we knew what it was, right? Deep down at the baseline, we knew what it was, but we tried to make it something more than what it was.
When I was single, we all went out, me and my friends, and this guy came to the table and was talking to us. He said he used to punch women in the ribs. I kid you not. And they liked it. They actually returned for this freaky sexual encounter. While he was behind him, he said he used to punch them in the ribs. I'm not kidding.
Damn.
I kid you not.
No, I heard back of the head too. This dude say he punched chicks in the back of the head too.
What?
No, honest to God, no lie. But again,
I kid you not.
But again, that speaks to what I'm saying about if your girl may not look at your face, right? But if you dealing with a chick to where I have no attachment here, I have no investment here, I can just come here, do what I want, and leave, right? But with your girl, you gotta kind of go by what the moment calls for. Just like I said, I like rough sex. Your idea of rough sex may be different from his. He punched chicks in the back of the head. You thinking rough sex is just pulling out.
What if your girl like that shit though?
Basically, y'all saying
What if your girl wake up one day and say, I want to try this?
No, I just want to know. At Queen Sheba, was a guy named Jay Prince?
I cannot.
He got little tweets.
Yeah.
That's him. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God.
But the truth of the matter,
I'm just kidding.
Wait a second. Are y'all doing this with women y'all don't respect, right? Like y'all saying
it ain't about respect.
I don't think it matters.
Respect.
It doesn't matter.
Spitting on each other,
But B. Taylor, there are also men. There are also men that feel like certain things, I don't know. There was some guy on Clubhouse that felt like he can't do certain freaky stuff with his wife because it makes him look at her different.
That's on him. That's on
or
him.
something like that. There are men though that feel that way. That like Gucci Mane said that because he's been slutted out so many hoes that he can't only do certain things with his wife because he feels like he has to respect her by not doing certain things. I don't know. There are men that feel that way, that feel like certain activities are for hoes and certain activities are for your wife. But I
It's
feel
like
like
I don't believe that.
yeah.
I feel like you should be
Train.
I
able
heard
to
that
do
too. I heard that
everything.
too.
Automobile.
Anything
What
you
was that
want to
Bible quote you
try,
posted up a
anything
couple
you're
podcasts
curious
back?
about, you should do it with your wife, and she should be open to it as long
Look,
as it's not her
What
getting
about that
concussions.
bedroom that's undefiled? What
Train.
about that bedroom that's
No
undefiled?
concussions.
hold up.
You punch
Oh,
me in the back of my head, it's gonna be war in that
no,
bedroom.
Girl, you gonna
hey,
you
hey,
gonna be in ICU.
no, but let's keep it a bean though. Let's keep it a bean though. Let's keep it a bean. Like, right.
Oh God,
Hold on,
OT, you a fuck. OT, you a fool.
hold
Oh
on, right.
God.
Right.
What,
What about that move Melvin was doing in Baby Boy?
Hold
What's
on.
his name?
Oh my God.
Right. That's
My
what I'm
bad, go
saying.
ahead.
So the thing is this, right? I look at like most women don't like oysters, but they'll try them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like the thing is, right? You as a female, you'll never know what you're into until you try it. You see what I'm saying? I think that
Hold on.
I think dudes don't explore that enough, right? If a girl into you enough, bro, she feeling you, she'll swing
Yeah.
it.
She
You know
will.
what I'm saying?
Most
One
things.
She's willing. She's gonna be willing.
Most things she's gonna be like, yeah.
But
you-
but look though, but
you
look
right.
though, there's a way to overstep them bounds, because that's a fact. It's chicks out here you be having sex with, and they'll literally bite you in the chest, literally.
I'll lick you.
Like your nipple?
No. I mean bite, like hard bite, like not the cute we in sex, you know, No, the hard bite you in the
Painful
chest.
into your skin.
Start biting your
Right.
ears and
Like you
shit.
bleed,
They're
you
pulling your
got blood
adrenaline out.
coming out of your fucking.
For what?
But it happens. That's why I say
With her teeth.
again, when you with your girl, when you with your man, which is I think what dude was talking about. He is like, I'm kind of nervous to try shit with my girl because I got to deal with the backlash of that if it go wrong. Compared to if you dealing with a chick that I don't give a damn about. Like we have no attachment. I could do what I want. You don't like it, oh well. You don't call me back, whatever. It don't matter. But with your girl, you got to kind of be a bit more, okay, baby, are you good with that?
So would you let her whoop you with a belt?
What is
No,
your
Hell
idea,
no.
bro? Let's
No,
get on the
just
same
have a safe
page.
word.
Queen,
So
why you
now-
like you?
So we have
Queen is
safe
very
words
tense
so
out
that
there.
we could just make sure everybody's comfortable. Like use your safe word when necessary. But other than that, I mean, let's go. Like, what is the problem?
No, but Ricky is right. I think I just want to elaborate on something he said. That if you make a woman comfortable, you will trust me, she'll do all kind of crazy shit. If she's comfortable. If she's comfortable, she'll try new food, she'll try new positions. But I mean, let's be honest. Most of these niggas, goddamn, they walk in their house, they TV sitting on some goddamn milk crates. You see what I'm saying? And then they goddamn, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, look, I was on a podcast. I was on Anti Fight Club, and I was trying to tell niggas about like 1,500 count, you know what I'm saying, Egyptian kind of sheets, right? Niggas didn't know what the fuck that was. So it was like certain things them little things right there to a female, it matters. You know what I'm saying? Little shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a hybrid
candles, how your shit smell. Yep.
Yeah, it matters to them. So now what happened is that if you make them comfortable, you'll be surprised. And I tell them, I say, look, I say, invest in yourself. Because if you invest in yourself, you'll be surprised that what you'll get back from that woman. And like I said, you
silk pillowcases so the girl can let her hair hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Y'all, I agree with
I
logic.
think we know the game. We know.
Yeah, hold on. Right, this right here deserves a moment right here. Kayla and Logic are on the same page. Like, this needs to stop.
That's like 2 podcasts in a row, right? Where they agree on something?
What's the timestamp here?
This is so excellent.
I think, it's cruise season. We're up on October. The seasons are changing. Kayla, I think you may have an impact on them.
How in the fuck would it was see you now you
Hey,
go
Logic.
Give him a pumpkin spice latte, Kayla.
Logic. Can I bring you a pumpkin?
Lord have mercy.
What Queen Sheba? Why did I not have an impact on her? Terrorist 101. Yeah, see?
I hear.
Throw the list up.
Do is goddamn call the People Republic of China. That's the only thing these black women are scared of. The people,
Logic.
they fucking certified terrorists.
Kayla put that holy water on you.
No, I'm just saying I actually agree with him on this one point because anything that I've ever tried that's been out the box has been with someone that I've been with for years, that I'm comfortable, that I trust, that I know got me. Like I'm the most boring person with someone because that's like, like, no, like the more comfortable you are, the more you're going to be willing to like do more for sure.
Like Kayla, you said you're a boring person.
Yeah, I mean, we doing the basics because
So
I
you're,
don't,
A lot of good dudes born a couple podcasts ago.
you're a vanilla. You're a vanilla. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more vanilla when it's new because I'm like trying to see, you know.
Yeah. No, I'm telling you. Hey, look, watch this. Get a balcony overlooking the city, and I promise you, she'll fuck you on it.
Yep.
I promise you. The first thing they say, they first day they come to your house, they say,
You got a balcony, huh?
no, they say, you ever fuck on that balcony? Like, no, I'm telling you, it's the absolute truth. Look, and I can put y'all on the game about a lot of different shit.
Logic over there picking up them women from Walmart.
No,
He goes to Target now. He doesn't get Walmart women anymore.
So see, now I'm trying to look. See,
And
I'm
the
trying
TJ Maxx.
and
He
call
goes
you
to the beauty
a fool.
section in the TJ Maxx.
No, but guess what? I'm just putting niggas on game. Invest in yourself. If you pick that chick up in a decent car smell good, car clean, you take her to a nice place to eat, you take her to a clean crib that's well put together, you got forks, you got basic shit that the average nigga really don't give a fuck about. You got appliances. You know what I'm saying? You got a blender. You know what I'm saying? You got a coffee maker.
Yeah, coffee maker.
You got plants. Now I'm telling you, chicks fall for plants. Chicks fall for plants. You got plants, you got little shit, all the little accessories and shit. Like she like that shit. You got China, they fuck with it. You know what I'm saying?
Floating shelves, Logic?
Yes, I'm telling you. And you got last piece of game, Trill. You have a cozy blanket and you cut that AC on 65. That's what I said, sir.
That's a fact.
A cozy blanket. Now, some of you bust ass niggas talking shit in the chat, you can't afford it.
Hey, it's a Woogie. We call them a Woogie, bro. That's a
They
Woogie.
can't afford their AC to go under 72.
We call them Woogies. That's what we call them up north. It's a Woogie, bro. You know what I'm saying?
A real rap. Logic giving y'all real life
really
game. It sound funny, but it's real life game. If a woman come to your crib and see that you like stepping up shit in the smallest of details, it's like you talking about like legit silverware, legit plates, plants, your shit smelling good. Like you ain't got, again, it ain't hair all on the sink. Like you got a maid come through and clean your shit up. Like if she see that you taking those measures, your chances go through
Clean
the fucking roof.
bathroom?
Hey,
No,
Yeah.
hey, TV gotta be mounted
closet
on the wall
clean.
with no wires. No wires, because them hoes got wires, so they like to see no wires.
Bro.
Facts.
Hey, Trill, did you see my new plan I got today on my IG?
I did. I seen it.
Hey,
Show us, Logic. We want to see.
I named her. I named after a terrorist.
Griselda, right? He named the player Griselda Blanco, I think.
hey, here's the lick though. Get you an ice machine that crush ice.
Okay, Ricky.
Sonic Ice per se.
Get you
Put
a
up the list again, Logic. That's on the list, I think. Crushed ice. Go ahead, Ricky.
You get you an ice machine with crushed ice. That crushed ice is on and popping. I'm telling you, bro.
We're giving them too much game.
And hey, and don't forget a wine rack. You want to have some Moscato, right? You want to have some white. You want to have some red. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what she into. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No, look, Ricky, hold up. You're wrong. Look,
What?
Ricky, you give them what they're not used to.
Make them try something different.
I'm telling you, look, everything on this list, you do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? You give them opposite. They want that Sonic Ice. They want them hot Cheetos. They want the blue. You give them the opposite of what they used to, and they will melt in your fucking hand. You don't got to give them, you know what I'm saying? They used to drinking that fucking goddamn what's that? Grey Goose. You get 1942. Nigga, they'll drink that whole bottle. It's triple distilled. They'll drink that whole bottle. No disrespect to the nigga that drinking that Grey Goose on the panel. But look, they would drink that shit and they will crush a whole bottle of that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You give them not the fucking cute. No, you give them the Circle Ice, nigga, the special made shit. They like to see that shit, and you get the cups with it. You get the glasses with the nipple in it. You know what I'm talking about? See, maybe Miss Elijah on another level.
I just want to see if you're gonna be able to take care of that fig fattle you got.
Say that again, man.
That fig fattle, that plant.
Ma'am, I take care of everything, baby.
I'm gonna see 3 months from now.
Yeah. But if y'all don't know the glasses with the nipple in it so you can roll the ice around in it. Ah, these niggas. I ain't
You
true.
putting us on.
You talking about like the cup and it come
You
up
gotta
in the
put them
middle?
on, man. Put it on the screen.
It
All right,
kind of
hold
come
on.
up in the middle at the bottom of it, right?
Hold on, let me go get it.
This is fucking hilarious, man.
No, if a
But
man
it-
has
but
Elijah
it's
gonna
real at the
kill
same
that
time.
plant.
if a man has a plant, that's because I'm like I have.
And he
so
went and got the
I have
most
so
difficult
many
plant. Sorry, B. Taylor.
No, I'm just
That's not a
saying.
red
Like,
flag to y'all.
what plants? We love
Yeah.
plants.
Yeah, we
love
like plants.
I know what
My
I'm saying, but a
whole
man
home
having
is
a
full
plant.
of plants.
The
The
It's a
fact
new
that
thing. Like since COVID, a lot of people went out and got plants for like mental health and just to be able to take care of something.
it's a
But he
vibe.
went out and got like the most temperamental plant, a fig
Yeah,
fattle.
that's the one I was talking about. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this right here, when you get your circular, you get it's a spear. You know what I'm saying? You put it in there, it's ice, and then they rotate that shit and rotate good. You know what I'm saying? You can drink some good whiskey, you can drink anything. They love that shit. See, nipple glasses, niggas, go get it.
What if she don't drink whiskey?
All right, she drink something.
She gonna learn to drink.
She's not gonna drink whiskey.
That boy is a fool. Ronan, Nat, welcome to the stage, gang. What's y'all take on this boundary discussion that we've been having, folks?
You got that?
Your audio.
Oh, mine is?
No.
Y'all can't hear me?
Snacks.
Nat muted.
Yeah. Yeah. How y'all doing tonight?
What's going on, G?
So, what you drinking on? What you drinking on?
You know what I'm drinking on, Elijah. Stop playing games. You saw it. You saw it.
That's why he said that.
Hey, I freeze my beatbox for everything else.
There
Don
you go.
Julio.
You're doing it right.
Don Julio, Grey Goose, Patron, all that. Yeah, I'm with it. I feel y'all. You heard me? I'm not.
Don't fall asleep tonight.
Nope, I'm not as wild as I was last week. Ronan, my wife said, she said, he was pointing you out. He was saying you was smoking. I was like, baby girl, I was not smoking at all. But I feel y'all, you heard me? And it was a very strong discussion last week. I loved it and I appreciated it. That was beautiful. But I was not here for it. And yeah, man, I appreciate all y'all. You heard me? Look,
Nah, it's all
I'm
love,
like,
bro.
man, this is beautiful. This is beautiful. I'm not trying to stray off into what happened last week, but yeah, this discussion is not as strong as last week. Last week was a strong discussion. I wasn't ready to respond though.
But
hey,
what's your response from last week then? Since you up in that, I want to hear your response you had for last week then.
I had a lot. I didn't respond the way I wanted to. I was like, oh my God, you was not ready.
My boy was
Like-
lit when he came on that motherfucker.
Lit, yeah.
Don't give him nothing else. Hide it from him.
Yeah.
This is why you don't drink Grey Goose.
The cousins was responding to my wife, and it was like, this what you want? I'm like, baby, you could have stopped me. Nah, but for real though, like in all seriousness, like, and I enjoy all of you in different facets. So y'all, intent, purposes, reasoning, it's beautiful. Even you, Ronan, you're trying to say I'm not. It is what it is. Hey, I love you all. You know what I mean? But for this purpose tonight, oh man, this has been entertaining and I love it. So keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look here, bro. We definitely appreciate you pulling up, man. It's always entertaining, man, to have you on stage. That's for sure. We appreciate it, bro.
All right, hey, can I get some more game? Trill?
Go ahead.
You don't drink Grey Goose because it's single distilled. And if you don't understand what I mean about single distilled, you know what I'm saying, go to your chemistry class and look up the distillation process and understand how liquor is made. You know what I'm saying? If you single distill, it's ran through the system one time, so it got a lot of impurities in it. Get you some shit that's triple distilled and watch how them women act.
He's very logic.
It's hilarious. Look here, Ronan, what's your take on it, G? In terms of this boundary discussion we've been having, bro.
When it comes to boundaries, I think it's a reflection of your commitment to your word or lack thereof. My personal opinion.
Hold on, bro. It's chopping up. Can you
hear me?
Yeah, it's staticky though.
Okay. Well, I said it's a commitment to your word or lack thereof, because in most cases, as you say, you'll break your word for things that you want to get, and then you'll keep your word for things you don't want. So when it comes to that temptation, it's a testament on you. Are you really about what you say you are, or you want to test that little fire and mess around with that velvet vortex every now and then, depending on the situation?
Yeah, no, I feel, but yeah, I don't know, bro. It's something going on with that audio. It's like a rattling or something while you talking.
No,
I don't know, but it's all good. But yeah. So again, man, just to again, this is a results oriented type of platform, man. So y'all know we like to end it off with some, shit that we could really use in terms of establishing boundaries. What is the way to go about doing so? In terms of like building healthy relationships and things of that nature. If y'all had to give somebody one piece of advice as far as establishing boundaries, what is the best way to go about doing so?
I'll give it before I leave. Be upfront and honest. Like I said, upfront and honest. Man, if you want to fuck, tell her you want to fuck. So that means, you know what I'm saying, you already know what's going on. Women, listen to men when they tell you this is what they want. If that's not what you want, then you move on. Ideally, if you want kids in a relationship, then you put that requirement out there for him, so then y'all will move accordingly. If you want to fuck and he want to fuck, then y'all move accordingly. But the thing is we got to stop these lies. We got to stop this little bullshit ass romantic shit all y'all talking about, because that's why that romantic shit stopped after that nigga hit that pussy. Because ideally, he was romantic to you to get that pussy. Women got to start respecting men that's honest. That men that say, hey, look, I just want to fuck. Or I want something else. We start fixing that dynamic. That's the boundaries we need to set. We need to set them boundaries that, look, you know what? I'm going to be honest, and I will expect nothing less for him to be honest. And then we'll clean our shit up in a matter of time. You know what I'm saying? You'll still have probably, we'll go down to probably like 25% fuck niggas and hoes, but that's better than where we at now. Hey, thank you for having me on, Trill. You know what I'm saying? Kayla, I'm proud of you today. Ricky, my nigga, Smooth, goddamn OT, B Terrorist. I love you, girl. I'm out here. All right, Ronan, you know what I'm saying? Queen Sheba.
Love, bro. Appreciate you.
Bye, Logic.
Well, yeah. Again, just in some, like, what is the way? What is a healthy way to go about setting boundaries? If you had to give a 20-year-old advice about to get into a relationship,
I'm gonna just say, have some respect for yourself. in a sense. Just respect yourself and don't push those boundaries. We talk about it all the time. Like set your boundaries, set your standards, and don't budge on them. No matter who it is, don't matter how they look, no matter how the package come with. Respect yourself. Make sure you keep respecting relationship and keep those boundaries up. Like just period. No matter what. You know what I'm saying? I think you'll learn a lot by just standing on your word, standing on your square. Like you'll weed out a lot of people by staying true to who you are and what you believe in. Easy.
I think
Wait.
it's about setting a. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it's nice for everybody to say that, right? You know what I'm saying? But the truth is first you got to stop lying to yourself.
Very true. Very true.
Stop lying to yourself, right? If you know you ain't strong enough to set a certain boundary, and part two, the stop lying. Number one, stop lying to yourself. Two, let's stop saying boundaries as if it has a negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? It's healthy. It's really healthy for both parties involved. You know what I'm saying? If you have your boundaries set and it's something that you're not willing to tolerate, and somebody tries to test that, then again, you'll have all the information you need, right? Right? And vice versa. So again, man, you gotta first stop lying to yourself, saying, "Oh, this is what I ain't, and I'm not gonna do." And the lad, and when you know when the next one gonna get the same thing, bro, stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing these games. Once you stop playing games, you know what I'm saying, you'll realize it ain't no game. So that's all I got on it.
I like that, Ricky.
I agree with Ricky. I think a lot of women do lie to themselves and think that they have boundaries until they meet a guy that they really want. And they try to make him fit into their life when he's not fitting and he doesn't fit the boundaries that you want for yourself. So first things first is know what you want before you start dating. How do you know what you want and what's good for you? It's you could take yourself out of looking at you and say, well, if I was my child, what type of person would I want to see you with? That's how you can see what's best for you. Then you set those standards and you stand on them. And like Ricky said, don't lie to yourself and say, well, this is what I want. That's what you think you want. But what do you really want, desire, and are you ready for that as well? Because a lot of people are not strong enough to stand on those boundaries, especially when you get in love and you meet the right man and he like Kayla said, like he fine, he giving you that good D, all of that goes out the window. So it's like, are you strong enough to stand on that as well?
I will
Yeah.
add, if I'm allowed, I will add that we have to have clear mind about what we'll accept and tolerate, because that's what the boundaries are about. What are you going to tolerate or not, accept or not? And then, people that, or individuals in this case, that usually struggle with lack of boundaries often struggle with telling others that, no, you have to learn how to say no, and that's your limit right there. Someone said it in the chat, it's self-discipline at this point. You have to communicate this like very early, even if it's the smallest thing, like, hey, you know what, I don't go on dates at night, or I don't go on dates to the club. Things like that may seem stupid and silly for other people. Those are your boundaries, and respect your own boundaries, because that's self-respect.
Yeah. So for me, what I was going to say is just two things: communicate and don't let nobody play with you. So people cannot read minds. They are not mind readers. I don't care about energy, signals. Communicate. You have to tell the person your boundaries, like physically, verbally tell them your boundaries, not make a joke about it. Like make sure that you communicate clearly what your boundaries are. And then part two is your word has to be your bond. It has to be. Because if it's not, they will think they can play with you, and they'll keep pushing and pushing and pushing it and pushing it a little bit more. And before you know it, you wake up and you're what fucking boundaries, right? So you have to mean what you say what you mean. If you don't, and this is across the board on everything in life, but if you don't, they will play with you. Because, I mean, It's like children. If you tell them no, stop, or am I so and so and so? If you don't do it, they're gonna keep doing it because they know you're not gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say about it.
I would say learn that person's love language and don't abuse it. If that person needs time to decompress and really receive what you've been saying, do not hound them or basically crowd their space to put them on the offensive. That's one. Number two, don't cheapen the titles that people have earned or the things you've given them. If they're a friend, they've earned that. That's something you can't take lightly. Or your significant other or someone in your circle. You have to add value to your space, because if you just give that title loosely, it's not going to mean anything, and they're going to show it. And the third part is we got to stop living these lifestyles. Stop trying to keep up with everyone else is doing. You don't know what they're doing to keep that lie going. And plus, when you're with that person, that is you. Confidentiality is a weapon. It's a key. Learn how to be effective listeners. Actually, active listeners and effective speakers. Not just to get your point across, because the last word is going to cost you. And a bonus tip, when you have somebody come over, put those sheets in the dryer for about 10, 20 minutes before you go to bed and go to work.
I'll jump in. Thank you.
And
I would probably go ahead.
Use a diffuser with some oils in it.
Yes, essential oils, peppermint and lavender.
Yeah. Remote by
I'm gonna say preserve yourself. I feel like we give away so much. Like, pardon my French, motherfuckers walking around mad because they gave so much and got nothing in return. Like we're pouring out so much, right? And then like women will bust out your windows and put your tires on flat because I gave you this and you gonna do this to me. Who told you to give him that?
When you hold yourself out, that's what happens.
Like who told you to put yourself out there like that? And I probably would say stop. I wish women, I would probably say stop using your vagina to measure your self-worth, right? It has nothing to do with that. Because eventually you age out. I think y'all call it a wall, but you age out. First of all, you're not going to want somebody humping on you like that anyway, after a certain point in time, not even age. You age out mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, right? You grow. There's other things that you value in life. So that would be my boundaries that I would probably share with a 20-year-old.
Marcus, welcome to the stage. G, what you got for us in terms of giving a 20-year-old advice on setting boundaries?
What up, y'all? I was trying to get this mic right. The first thing, they need to learn themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's real hard to set a boundary for something because you don't know what you don't know. So they need to explore life enough to understand what it is that actually suits them best, their personality traits, and the type of people that suit their personality. And then from there, they can build on that. Kayla and Ronan said it the best. Like, you got to stand on your words, bro. Like, your word got to mean something. You got to be down and willing to die for it. You know what I'm saying? And when people know you're not playing with your words like that, they don't play with you. You feel me? And if you tell somebody that's not how it's going to go, they know it's not going to go that way, or they going to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that. Like, he kind of killed it. There's not really much I can say. They killed that shit. So...
Yeah, I agree, man. Like if I had to get actionable items, bro, I say like stop creating your boundaries with other people in mind. I think people walk around, man, with this people pleaser mentality, and that fucks you up. And how it fucks you up is because you get to setting boundaries that they would be cool with, but you're not really good with them, right? So you might be able to let it slide initially, or you may not be tripping initially. But eventually that shit is gonna cause a problem because that's a boundary that you're not good with. So I think, I think Ricky said it earlier, like my boundaries is my boundaries. Ain't got shit to do with you. So when you come into this space, this is what I require. This is what's gonna happen. Are you good with that or not? If you're not, go your way. If yes, then we can go our way. But I think people gotta stop being so, considerate of other people's feelings when it comes to boundaries that they setting for them damn selves. And then we'll be, better off going forward. And I also think Marcus hit it on the head in terms of knowing yourself. A lot of people go into relationships and plan on figuring themselves out within the relationship. But that should be done prior to. If you was to do that prior to, you wouldn't even get into relationships with somebody that doesn't fit within the, you know, boundary realm that you're trying to set. But when you don't know yourself, you're just going on what you like, or you going on what urges are, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you be done got into the situation and be a year in, 2 years in, a kid in, before you realize, wait a minute, this shit ain't healthy for me. This is violating all my boundaries or whatever, because you throughout the relationship, you've kind of been learning and figuring out what they are. But by that time, it's too late to settle, because that
Sure, if I
person done
jump-
got yeah.
I was gonna say, to build off of one thing you said, when thinking about the 20-year-olds, right? One of the boundaries I tell them to set is take some time before you have kids with somebody. You need to really understand who this person is and be able to coexist with them in the house before you have kids with them. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be creating no more broken families. We need to make that our boundary. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna push forward and be united coalitions of families that build stronger communities. Like that needs to probably be our number one boundary. I'm not creating a broken family. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
See, but then that would require you to stop having sex casually.
Yeah.
With a condom, I can still do it. I mean,
no. See, that's that bullshit, because shit happens, dog.
Yeah,
it happens, dog. You
bro,
see,
I've been out here for a long time, and I wore condoms all the time. I ain't got no kids outside my house.
No doubt, bro. But let's not minimize what we talking about. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Shit happens. Like if you gonna set the boundary, set it correctly. Don't half-ass it. That's all I'm saying, God.
That's fair, but in reality, it's gonna be hard for a 20. I remember pre-25, bro. Them hormones was hormoning. That testosterone was testosterone. You know what I'm saying? And ideally, I could look back on it now with my temperament and how things have changed for me as a man and be like, yeah, you know, don't do that. But it's a hard sell. Like I tell myself right now at 20, 21, get your soft ass from around me, bro.
But here's the thing, though, Marcus. Like
looking at me.
Here's the thing, though, Marcus. Like when it comes to a 20-year-old, he has to surround himself by OGs. Those his peers and those his senior, because he's going to need their tutelage to navigate the waters ahead, especially today.
Bro, I got a young man I mentor, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but one of the young men I mentor, I keep him, you know what I'm saying? He was active for a while. I done got him out of that lane, you feel me? And got him a job, got him on his feet, moving forward, you know what I'm saying? And when it come to young ladies, I spent countless, over 100 hours talking to him about how to select and vet, you know what I'm saying? He knew what to do and still chose not to, because when you're young, you be hard-headed. And he picked one of the most toxic women you could find. The type of woman that, they get in a fight, she called her brothers over there, want to, you know what I'm saying, get it cracking and shootouts and all. And he just was attracted to that type of stuff. He's since broke it, but it took him 2 or 3 times, you know what I'm saying, of those type of women before he could even really listen to what I was saying. Moving forward, thankfully, he ain't had no kids with them. He understood, and the girl he's with now that he's engaged to, I approve of that. The message finally sunk in, but I know how hard-headed shorties be, because they like, yeah, that was like they said to us all the time, Ricky, that they feel like they the first ones living this life. You know what I'm saying? They good, bad, and different. They be feeling like they the first ones living this life, and I done felt that way too. So I understand where they coming from. You feel?
All right, real quick, man. Miss Misha, welcome to the stage, man. This is family on stage right here.
I never get to participate ever. Hardly anymore.
That's all good, man. We glad to have you. We just touching on the importance of like setting boundaries. So if you was given a 20-year-old advice that's about to go into a relationship or that's just entering this dating stage, as far as setting boundaries, what would that advice be to them?
I would say even 20 or beyond, I think you need to heal your childhood traumas and address who you are as a woman or as a man. I think that we don't heal ourselves before we try to attempt to love someone else, because we don't love ourselves. And when you don't love yourself and know who you are fully, then your boundaries will never stay. It'll be like the goalpost, like in a football game, and just keep moving the line, and you keep moving the line, and you keep accepting. And in the end, for women, because I can't speak for men, it's just like, how did I get here? You know, and it's because you didn't love or respect them. Because a person is only going to treat you how you allow them to treat you. And I think I've said that 100 times on the Cruise Season show. You know, and a part of having accountability as a woman is addressing who you are and healing those childhood traumas. And a lot of women don't even unpack that until they're damn near 30. So before you even get in the dating game, take your 20s to heal yourself, grow yourself, and define who you are as a woman and what you want in a relationship. And then when you decide, okay, these are the things I would like in a relationship, make sure you have those fucking characteristics too. You want a man with money? Make sure you got money. You want a man with good credit? Make sure you got good credit. You want a man that knows how to love you? Make sure you know how to love and receive love. You want a man that'll listen to you? Make sure you know how to listen without, always feeling like, you're not my dad. You can't tell me what to do. It's a lot of growth and maturity that comes with that. And once you reach that point, especially you'll see it in women who are over 30, who are successful, their boundaries are like, I see one red flag, adios, amigo. And that's the advice I would give them. Focus on self, growth, maturity, and then, focus on love.
It's valid. It's valid. Hold on. We're gonna take some time, pay these bills, and then I got one more question. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna ask it to y'all, and I want y'all to get y'all answer ready. It's gonna be a quick one. What's one non-negotiable boundary that you specifically have today? I want y'all to think of it while I read this. First and foremost, Congo English with the 20 piece, man. We appreciate it, G. Good, man. This family always showing love, man. Trill, Logic, and Ricky. Yes, sir. We appreciate you, bro. Tapping in as always. My boy Jason in the building with another 20 piece. He said it was based on a false premise that boundaries were created before the courtship, that boundaries are redrawn more than voting districts after elections. And like elections, it all depends on who's in office at the time. That's fucked up, but that's true. Sadly. Congo English again. I can't relate to a woman that can't F the head on my shoulders first. Intimacy starts with intellect. Facts. I'm a sapiosexual, so I mean I understand that. If you dumb as hell, it ain't gonna work. That's just honest. Okay, with the 3 piece, we appreciate it. You just tapping in, showing love. We appreciate you, gang. Miss Lucky Marie with the 10 piece. That I'm sorry D hit different. Literally. Let us pray. Yes, Kayla.
It's different. Oh God, so toxic.
Okay, man. Shout out to all my boys that know how to come through there and lay that down to give us that 17th chance. Shout out to us, man. Daryl Long in the building, that's family. The 20 piece, man. We appreciate it, G. He said I said that a few weeks ago. Good D, aka boyfriend D, will go far with women. Trust me. That's a fact. That is a fact. Cole Steele with the 2 piece. Women are attracted to dominant men, not nice guys. True. Very, very true. Confident men as well. Honest citizen. He says hot bro plus hot girl summers are bad before marriage. Okay, yeah. I agree with that. Lucky Marie with the 10 piece. The wife should be his biggest hoe. And Trill stay away from the hoes that bite. Hey, I'm telling you what somebody told me, and nothing to do with me. But again, man, salute to Lucky, man. Daryl back again. Kayla not only looks amazing, but she has been amazing tonight. That's a fact, man. Shout out to Kayla. Elise in the building with the 20 piece. Family right there showing love as always, man. We appreciate it, bro. Say stop allowing your boundaries to be breakable. Keep it real with yourself. That is a fact. I definitely agree with that. All right. Y'all done had time to think of y'all answers. What is one non-negotiable boundary that you have today? Hypothetically speaking, if it's some married people on this thing, it's some people in relationships on this thing, but hypothetically speaking, we all single. And you in this dating game. What's one non-negotiable boundary that you have today that will not be broken? I don't give a damn who it is.
One-way relationships, dog. I don't do them. That one-way street shit, nope. As soon as I see it, you out. Nope. I'm doing everything. You sitting there with your hands, nope. It's a wrap. Thank you for the experience. Sometimes you got to pay for them lessons, right? You went to college, right? You had to pay for them classes, right? Sometimes you got to pay, right? Thank you for getting you out of class early. You feel me? I don't do it. Nope, and no.
It will be selfish for me, as in being deceitful. Soon as I find out you're being dishonest about sleeping with other people, I do not play about that because you put my health at risk when you go out and you lying about certain things. So I would say that's the biggest one for me because soon as I find out something like that, I'm cutting you off no matter how much I like you. We won't even got to be together. We could just be talking. But if I ask you about that and we're taking those next steps and it's another woman involved and you sleeping with her, that's it. There's nothing you could tell me, anything.
Physical altercations. Do not put your hands on me. Because I got some big ass hands. And if I put my hands on you, there's gonna be some problems. So just hey, respect my boundaries, and I'm gonna respect yours. We can go our separate ways and we can end it amicably, but yeah, don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
All right, y'all. I mean, y'all can dive in there. It ain't
I
necessarily
would
no
say
order.
character. If your character is not who you portray yourself to be or who you say you are, immediately it's a no. I don't even need to see nothing else. If your character is not matching the actions of who you say you are and portray yourself to be, that's a deal breaker because that crosses all boards, all genres. If you're not a good father, what you say you are, it's going to show in your character. If you're a liar, what you say you're not, it's going to show in your character. So bad character. If you're not who you say you are, who you portray yourself to be, you're out. It's not even no, can we maybe, I don't want no toxic dick, no makeup dick, no, none of that. You're done.
I think I'm a backdoor off of what B. Taylor said. Cheating is a no-go item for me. We're not taking off because that's something I cannot compete against. That's a third party. That's a unique person in and of themselves. And I also think that's a mind fuck to your partner, period, right? That's something you cannot compete against. That's something you cannot measure yourself up against. You already have your own problems. Just the fact that the both of you are two separate people that think completely different. And when somebody purposely brings a third party into your relationship, you're choosing destruction. So for me, you got to go.
I will say lack of respect in many ways. Micromanagement, physical altercations, lack of confidentiality. Can't do it. If you don't respect me, you can't say you ever love me. It don't work. And we don't want to get in that whole petted battle, like grabbing your cat by the tail and throw him off overpass. I'll be that type of dude. So, like I said, it's all about respect. If we can't communicate as adults, it ain't worth the time. With the time, effort, the energy. Just ain't gonna do it.
So for me, the number one deal breaker I have is trust. Like, period. If we don't got trust, we don't got nothing. Like, things happen, okay. But if we have a conversation and you look me in my eye and you lie to me, we done. Like, it doesn't matter what you do, bro. I will never trust you again. I will never believe nothing that you say. And I just never will. I never will. Like, omitting things, telling half truths. But you look me in my eye and you lie to me, like integrity wise, I just can't do it. Because me, half truths, whatever. But if someone I care about and I love, look me in the eye and ask me something, I cannot lie. I cannot lie to your face like that. So if you do me like that, we done forever.
Yeah, I think mine is a mixture of B. Taylor and Kayla's, like just honesty and trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can get over a lot of stuff if you can confide in that person, and people ain't gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Mistakes and stuff happen, but if you can't trust their apology, or you can't believe their apology, or you can't believe that the person, when they saying I'm really working on growing, is really trying to grow, I mean, you lost in the sauce. You feel me? It can't go too many places from there. You know what I mean? But if an independent one, I would probably say when I'm telling you something about safety, I need you to do it and don't ask me too many questions. Like XYZ, this how it has to be for a safety purpose. Just do it. We could discuss it afterwards if you need to understand why that was done, but just I need you to follow these directions. You know what I'm saying?
Can you give us an example, like a safety?
So all right, so I had this conversation with my auntie like last weekend. So she was saying that because she was in the military, if she was in a relationship with a man and a burglar was at the door, she would want to help, you know what I'm saying, help fight off the burglar. And I'm telling her, no, I need you to take the kids, get to safety, and I go to the danger. She like, well, what if about when I get them to the I say, you will be in my way because I'm trying to go in my move. What if the lights off? I'm shooting. It could be a crossfire, you know what I'm saying, where I end up hitting you, or the second person can get the kids, go protect the kids. But this whole back and forth about us having to go about what the security plan, I've thought about so many things you have no understanding of prior to me making this call. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm making a call, if you trust me to take care of this family, you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you this is how it needs to be done. It needs to be done. Like it can't be no back and forth when life or death and stuff is on the line. So if I'm telling you, we know what the issue is. Like, damn, the dough been kicked in. You know what I'm saying? The burglars are the people downstairs. They XYZ. I'm in my mind mapping out how to go on my move. And I do not need to worry about protecting you while moving. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be a breach of security.
Yeah, you become a liability for me. I know exactly where are you in this room right here. The kids right here. You're safe. The kids are safe. Everything else fair play. But if you want to, I could help too. I could do this, and you want to. That's not gonna work. It just can't work.
Literally, as soon as you said that, Mark. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Kayla.
As soon as you said that, Marcus, so many things came to mind. So many things, like real life things that happen in movies where he said to her, at this time, do this. No matter what.
Just do
and
it.
That time came. And I was trying to figure out if you were going to. Oh, bitch. Get the kids and get the fuck out. Oh, my God. I get so angry because, like, when it comes to safety, do what the fuck he said. Why is that hard? That is one thing that I do not question. Like,
the thing, Kayla, when it's go time, there's no time to sit there and have a survey.
Thank you.
It's about expediency. If we have a contingency plan, which we talk about leadership, that's both him showing in real time. You will do this. You'll be here. This is safety first. We got to face the danger first. Now, if he's in there in the safe room with you and he's hiding on the cupboard, that should tell you everything right there.
The truth is that you're a weakness in a situation like that for your man. You're a weakness. You see what I'm saying? So get the fuck out of there. That's like when girls get in the way when two dudes about to rumble. That's the dumbest shit y'all ever do. Move. Get your ass to the car. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. But yeah, man, like I hear y'all on that. I just wanted to say that. Like, yeah, that like women don't have an understanding of that is weird to me.
I agree with Ricky because like had an ex and she had a bad habit of grabbing my right arm and I'm right-handed. I said, if I'm in the defensive position, you are an op. Get your ass up out of there. Because right now that man's mindset is not worried about cuddling and worried about your feelings. He's worried about addressing the threat right then and there. So if he got to move you out the way and throw you to the ground to get you out in safety because you didn't listen, it's what happens. But he's thinking about safety first. He ain't trying to argue or have, a survey about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Just men in general, like women don't understand, like your presence being there alone is a distraction. That's just what it is, and it's the same reason why men in the military be like, nah, I don't want a woman in active combat with me on the battlefield because I'm gonna be worried about protecting you when I should be laser focused on what this objective is, right? So if somebody breaking the crib, my objective is to do what I got to do to make sure he stop moving. Right. But if you around, then I got to make sure, okay, especially if you into it, I'm trying to punch him or we fighting or I'm trying to shoot or whatever. And you right here. Now I got to make sure I'm not hitting you. So that is a distraction. Just move and let that man turn into what he needs to be in that moment. Cause that's the thing about men, like, especially in survival mode, when we talking about our woman, we talking about our family, men snap into somebody else when it's time to, make sure that that's protected. So stay out the way of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a distraction. So what bro is saying is 1,000% right. I ain't want to interrupt you, bro, but I just want
And I was saying like you're right. Like saying with you, Smooth, Kenny OT as a group, y'all already know y'all locked in. Y'all reading the room. If something is off, y'all need to sit over there because we got business to take care of. We'll meet you over here. But once this is done, again, you're talking about getting home. That's the major problem. This is a Marine telling you. You're talking about getting home. That's why, like with your circle of friends, you got to vet them out. If it all goes down, who's got my back here? Shoulder to shoulder, like these brothers like here. Like when it goes down, we looking around. What it is? What's the problem? How we get to the house? But all this, no, we don't. Blah 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 blah. Get your ass down the street.
Yeah, no.
I know sometimes. I'm sorry, Trill.
No, go ahead, bro. You got.
I know sometimes women might feel like you don't have faith that I'm competent or I can help and all the like. You have a role, and it's probably as important or more important. The protection of these kids, get them to safety and make sure they survive. That's as big a role as anybody can have. That's the same role I got. It's just executed different. You know what I'm saying? That we went around and around about this conversation because she was telling me, you know, she said, oh, I'm an alpha female and I could deal with this type of man. I'm like, okay, I don't like using the language either, but I'm just, you know, reiterating the point of what she said. I'm like, look, I'm trying to tell you that's not going to work. Certain dominant personalities is going to not coexist well together. You know what I'm saying? You need somebody who you can do exactly what you're talking about and they let that fly, who may possibly let you go downstairs and fight the burglar because you feel you more equipped. That's not me, and that's not nobody like me. So stop thinking that that's going to be the good type of guy for you. It's not. That shit ain't going to work.
And Marcus,
you need a different type of guy.
And Marcus, to support your point, I remember 25 years ago, we had a roller skate incident. It was a big ass fight, and dude was trying to tell girl, "Hey, chill out." She in there clapping her hands, being loud. She got her head busted open with a roller skate, drawing attention to herself. So when we tell you, get down, move slow, move expediently, get over to this spot. That's the man's leadership situation on point. He knows what time it is. But if you sitting there knocked down, now he's got to worry about what's going on with you. He gets blindsided. You compromise the whole family dynamic.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. But to get my non-negotiable boundary, double standards. I do very, very, very bad with those. Like, don't ask me to do things that you are not willing to do. Don't try to stop me from doing things that you do. We're going to have a big problem because I'm very vindictive. I'm very petty. And I'm very intelligent as well. So, you know, as it's not going to go well. So what I like to do is I like to establish what the rules are up front so we can both abide by them. But don't give me a layout of what the rules are and then you can break them, but I can't. That's going to cause a big, big, big issue. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, double standards. And I think, you know, it's a situation that goes both ways. You know, you have dudes that are in relationships that, you know, feel like I can stay out to 4 a.m. I can stay out to 5 a.m. But hell no, my girl can't. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You'll have chicks that, you know, go to happy hour with their girls and different shit like that. And then when the man say, hey, me and the boy's she got a whole attitude. Or she got a whole, you know, she trying to cold shoulder you or not talk to you or keep sex from you and different shit like that. So when you begin to do those things in regards to me, it's just gonna make me more disrespectful and it's gonna make me disregard your feelings more. So, you know, double standards, there is no room for that. Like we need to be adults. Let's establish some rules that we can both abide by. We can be on the same page at all times. So that would be mine. But on that note, man, we're gonna get on up out of here, man. It's done been a hell of a show. Like I expected would be. We got a couple. Kid Darkness 2-piece. Respect is a non-negotiable. I agree 100%, man. Without respect, we ain't got a damn thing. Bro, back. Respect is the leader for honesty and trust. That's a fact. Gavin with the 5-piece. I'm with Ricky 1000%. But I also say dishonesty. I mean, if you can't be a human and keep it real, why bother? Facts again. Man, we appreciate everybody that donated tonight. We appreciate Crusader Nation, man. I had the chat lit all night long, man. All the mods, y'all doing y'all things. I handed out some more badges tonight. You know, these are people that have been rocking with us and, you know, just always showing love, man. And y'all done did a hell of a job of holding this situation down. Until next Wednesday, like I said, next week, $100 giveaway. It's gonna be random. It's gonna be at the end of the show. I'm gonna ask for Snapchats.
Trill got money.
Look, man, I'm broke, man. The IRS, listen, I'm broke. But look, but yeah, nah. So at the end of next week's show, man, I'm gonna ask for cash apps, and y'all just flood the timeline with y'all cash apps. I'm gonna close my eyes and touch the screen, and that's who's gonna get it. As real, that's as random as it's gonna get, right? But again, you know, we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us, man. It's love, man. All these leaves I'm seeing in the chat tonight, all these leaves I see in the chat when I'm on other panels. I love to see that shit, man. This is a family situation that we build, and we don't have fans, we have family. And you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of love for y'all. Everybody on the panel, y'all already know what time it is, man. It's love always. I appreciate y'all taking y'all time out of y'all day and night. I know we be running some late nights and, you know, shit like that, man. But y'all always show up. You know,
we did good tonight. We did real good tonight.
Right. You see, I'm trying. I'm progress. Give me my credit.
I be hoping you stay longer. Shit, I be trying to get these kids down so I could come on and kick it in. Every time it cut off. Like, damn.
What I was gonna say to you guys, it's like everybody needs that creative recharge. Sometimes you need to step out, take care of business. Life happens. Make no apologies about it. That way you come back fresh and doing your thing because you don't want to burn out. The last thing you want to do is burn out.
That's a fact, man. And in regards to the pod, like we was looking at like when the last time we took a pod off, it was like damn near what was it? 6 months, 8 months ago. Yeah, so you know. Yeah, so you know, I know there's a lot of people disappointed. I'm seeing all the DMs, I'm seeing all the messages and shit, man. But look, we gonna be back at it again next Tuesday, full force, man. But yeah, as far as tonight, that's a wrap, man. I appreciate it. And until next week, we gone, man. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.